Be taken to a place unknown.
We were going to be sent to a moon, I believe.
A space station that's near, to a nondescript moon near Narcaga.
Okay. I thought it was in Borton space where we were headed. I got my notes wrong then. The Bothan, sorry. Bothan, not Borthan. Feel bad as a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, the Borthans are kind of the discount Bothans. They tend to die to get information, but they tend to get wrong information.
So are we taken off, or is everything still getting loaded?
I think we left as things are getting loaded on.
Yeah, you stopped off. They're just finishing loading up now. You guys were on the ship with your newly acquired droid. Let's put you back over there, since I only brought you the other map at the end, just so you could see where you were going.
Anybody on this ship that is not part of our crew?
Technically droids?
Yeah, there's some droids and the Moidians loading in the last few bits of cargo with some maglyphs, but other than that, it's just you guys.
I've been meaning to ask this, by the way, Sovek. I assume this main corridor that goes from 12 through 3 is much larger than the other side ones, right? That way we can get to the cargo bay here, or is there an opening to the outside for 7?
Do you mean, like, is the area bigger than what the image suggests?
Yeah.
I
imagine it's maybe decently sized. Maybe not big enough for the speeder, but decent
as
like
far as I know, the only way made onto the ship is the ramp.
All right.
Granted, the scale of how wide these corridors are is a little skewed because I didn't exactly make the map perfect to scale.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like these are wide enough corridors that going through, you can get cargo.
So the cargo's in 7. What I'm essentially...
Yeah, the cargo's getting loaded up in 7.
I have to assume our speeder is not taking up that much room in our other cargo bag.
Probably around a quarter to half.
Close to it, but not quite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Realistically speaking, if I were to no, it's not really gonna let me do this. That's not like the spacing it takes up. I guess it'd be more close to say that it takes up like kind of between that and that.
All right.
That's closer to telling you how much space it's taking up. Like, there's space to get around it, but basically that whole corner is taken up by the speeder. But
yeah, that's what I was going to ask. This corner here, essentially, consider that all that taken up with.
Yeah, all that entire curved part of the wall is essentially just the speeder and the bits and pieces you have on board for maintaining it, like toolboxes and things like that. Diagnostic.
Yeah, no, I wanted to have a headspace for like where the cargo is and what our cargo bays look like.
Yeah, the cargo's in 7. Your smuggler's compartments are essentially
all over the ship, right?
We have 2 of them.
You have 2 singular compartments.
Oh, okay.
And essentially, they can kind of be wherever, but I'm kind of headcanoning that they're essentially hidden behind the crew quarter areas.
Okay.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
Essentially, what Vorn did for you guys is he hollowed out space in these 2 front sections to each have 1 ton of cargo. And then took the various systems and things that were in there and kind of shoved them into your actual cargo bay here in 7. And then kind of just rearranged the bulkheads and everything so that 7 still looks like a stock bay, but like if you measured it out, it's not quite the right size because it's been shortened a little bit on each end to move the interior shit from these 2 bits here. So everything got rewired to fit down over here.
Okay.
Once they leave, Rich and objections. I kind of want to just advance to them leaving the ship.
Okay. Give me a moment.
Wait, they're still on the ship. That's right. There's a question we needed to ask that Flux brought up a week ago. As the last one starts to leave the ship, your bosses never told us exactly where to go. They just said a certain moon. Is there a name?
No, they gave you the coordinates. They said they were giving them to you.
Narcaga.
Yeah, it's a moon near Narcaga. Yeah.
Yeah, but they never gave us a name or a place to drop it off. Just gave us a moon.
We got coordinates.
One of them hands you a data pad that says that it's the Mila system, and has specific coordinates of which moon in the Mila system, as well as codes you'll have to transmit to basically identify as friendly when you get there.
Oh, okay. So we don't get the location. We'll get it once we get there.
No, the location's on the fucking data pad.
Wow.
I just said it's on the data pad.
It's a moon. I mean,
yes, I just said it's in the Mila system. It tells you how to get there, which moon in the Mila system it is, and the codes you need to transmit to say you're friendly when you arrive in the system. Pay attention. I just gave you the full fucking 5-point PowerPoint.
I'm only half paying attention half the time when I heard knew of this.
No, I'm confused because a moon is a big place. Would there be more than one thing on a fucking moon?
Moons sometimes are not all that big.
I don't know, Neo. You seem to get the impression that they think you'll know it when you see it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Whatever.
We're operating on fake it till you make it right now.
Yeah, no, it gives you all the directions you need to go. It's specifically what I said. Specifically what it has your landing coordinates and everything.
All right. I'm sorry. All I heard was moon. I was like, okay, that's pretty vague for coordinates, but okay. All right, are they off the ship then?
They are now off the ship.
What are we gonna do?
I imagine once they're...
The pad also mentions that the payment you've agreed to get for delivering them is to be given to you at the other end. So you basically get payment on delivery.
All right.
Okay.
If that's everything, then I guess we head out. Is there anything else?
What's the plan? Are we gonna play this straight? Are we delivering the cargo? Are we
Yes.
taking it? Are we...
We're kind of expected. They probably are going to be informing them, hey, there's a ship coming that'll have cargo for you. And probably give a description. So
We're getting paid, boys.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I was just curious what the plan was. Are we going to try and make this a regular thing, or was this just
I don't see why not.
combat?
At the very least, we can
Good
get some
money.
information. And money.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
For example, we already have an idea of where the droids that Timo's getting are coming from, but by doing this, we might get a better get a better idea of the scope and scale of this entire operation.
I'm not against maybe doing another run to get deeper into this and see where it goes, but I also kind of feel like one of our companions here, Flux, your name is Gin, right? Gil. Yeah, it is. I feel like Gil wants us to get the fuck away from Tatooine for some reason.
You like deserts?
Not against deserts. Gil's taking a leak.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, I guess we'll just go ahead and leave.
Yep.
No.
Let's save it. Oh, good. I already did roll. So the distance is the 1d6, so 3. So it's going to take you 9 days to get there. And if there's nothing else, and there's nothing you want to do en route, I guess you'll just travel then.
Yep. On our
Bly puts out his effort to offer to help train people if they
Yeah, I'll take the...
try to get them a connection to the forest as
Yeah, sure, why
as they
not?
travel. But other than that,
Nothing else, nothing better to do.
I like doing this. I like the idea that Bly is just gonna try to help people if they say it while he learns to connect it to the force again himself. Sorry, I had to reload because my character wouldn't come up.
Yeah, sure. I'll take advantage of a lesson or two. See what happens.
All right. Want to roll whatever it was for that? I didn't bother looking it up because I didn't think you were going to do it.
What was the roll, Neo?
Oh god, yeah, no, I'm...
Yeah, no, I didn't look that up because I didn't think you were going to do it anytime soon.
Well, I thought you said it's not till later on when I can actually start making rolls.
Yeah, no, I guess for now we'll just say that you can get people sort of almost a tingle inkling of something being there, but they can't quite feel it. Like,
So basically, Bly will probably think, okay, I'm sensing something. Us being Luddites got no idea what's going on.
one of those sort of could be something, could be nothing kind of sensations.
Yeah.
Or you don't know if you're feeling something because you think you're supposed to, if you really are.
For all you know, you're just engaging in the placebo effect.
Yeah, so that's basically what he can get other people to feel right now.
Alright. So, what do I roll?
No, you don't have to roll anything. That's just...
Oh, okay.
He's currently incapable of actually doing it, essentially, is what we're gonna... is what we want with.
Yeah, Sovik and me had a talk about how this would work out, and right now, as I am reconnecting with the Force, until I've gotten back to base, I can't grant anyone else the ability to maybe get the Force sensitivity feat.
So basically, we're learning how to breathe.
Yeah, we're learning how to breathe right now.
Teaching the basics of meditation and the calmness that comes with it. Anything else anyone wants to do?
Nope.
All right, so you
try and learn the Force.
That wouldn't work. All right, so you arrive in the system, and you have your instructions on where to go and what to do.
Okay. As we enter the system, I'm going to transmit that signal that we were told that we need to transmit to show that we're a friend.
Okay. And you have done so, and you have done so quickly and promptly, which is good because you just noticed on the edge of your sensor range a flight of vulture droids coming in like before, who sort of were on an intercept course, but then almost immediately, as soon as the code starts transmitting, they kind of break off and fall into more of an escort formation. It seemed to be leading you towards the moon, whose coordinates you have on the data pad.
All right. Get escort formation.
Can we back up for just a second? I just realized something I kind of want to do during travel time.
Sure. What is it?
I wanted to. Bly would go to R2. R2, do you think we could improve on our new security force droids, or are they pretty much best they're going to be?
There's always room for improvement.
Yeah, our two units we bought.
There's always room for improvement.
Do you want to give them a once over to see if there's if they're top shape?
Already did.
All right, that right.
Yep, and he also ensured us that they are not bugged or have like malware in it.
He did. I remember him doing that. I didn't know if he like went over their mechanicals or anything to see if they're in top fighting shape or anything like that. Fair enough. All right. I apologize. Carry on.
Okay, fast forward.
All right.
I would
All
transfer
right,
code.
fast forward
Go on.
back. You've transmitted codes. Droids have followed escort formation. And then as they bring you over to the moon, Neo, are you looking out the window?
Yeah, sure. I'd probably be looking into
Yeah.
space.
You're seeing this.
Is that like
It-
a geyser?
Yes, they are. They are openly flying CIS colors. You see a pair of Banky Clan frigates and what appears to be a damaged but in the midst of extensive repairs Trade Federation droid battleship. Docked with a repair yard facility above the planet.
I'd know for a fact that those are army trolling banking.
Yeah, no, you
Bank-
know those. Those are they're still used today by the banking clans in the corporate sector for defending their assets. But yes, many of these were used as screening ships for larger warships by the Confederacy, and they are still very much sporting those Confederate paint colors.
Well then,
And you are
Thinking
receiving
I guess I'll be.
docking
I,
instructions to dock at the repair yard.
All right. Follow
one
the,
second. Before we do that, I need to. Where is it?
Do you need to do a will check not to do something stupid?
No, I need. I was wondering what the distance is for sense the force. Since this is a lot, and I want to make damn sure if there's someone that can sense me, I'm suppressing anything I can do. Like these fuckers.
That kind of varies by the person. I think.
Yeah.
You don't know.
No, that's sense disturbances. There's supposed to be a base. Use the force thing to sense out if there's other force users around me. But I forget the range. I'll carry on. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Okay. The fighters are currently escorting you toward the repair facility. Do you go ahead and dock at the repair facility?
I follow the landing vector they give me.
Anyone? This is kind of the party's point to say anything about this. Once you're in range of those ships, you ain't pretty much going anywhere.
I got something to roll real quick. There it is. Okay, that's pretty high against any wheel defense that are out there. In 100, within 100 kilometers, kind of sense it's not that. That's like 75 miles. That wouldn't be much right now, would it?
No, you'd maybe be able to sense the station as you come in, but like
Yeah, that's what I want to be doing.
on the moon, you're not going to be able to sense jack fucking shit. Yeah.
As we're coming into these ships, I want to keep that out to see if I can ping any other force users in the area, so I can know.
No, you're not sensing anyone force sensitive in the area.
All right.
O2, well, we're next to the moon. Can you run a quick scan of it? Is there things down there? Is that a thing? It's like a Star Trek thing. Is that a thing in Star Wars?
Yes, I believe it. I'll
Yeah,
try
I
to
gotta-
look up the hyperdrive rules again. I think it actually came up.
Yeah.
We're not in hyperdrive, are we?
No.
No.
I
I know I have a thing for it. Hold on.
Just see if there's. Is there like a whole facility down on the moon, or was it just the moon and the building out near it?
There does appear to be a facility down there. Yeah. I'm just like you can see, like from orbit, you can see it.
A few facilities are like, how much we talking?
They
We talking a full scale city?
they seem to be scattered around a central thing. If you had to guess, looking at the moon doesn't seem like it really supports life in a self-sustained way. You imagine if any atmosphere it has is very thin at best. Your best get is that there's some sort of either industrial, mining, or both complex down there that is spanning a fairly decent chunk of like several hundred square kilometers, branching out in any direction from like a central hub that's almost directly below the repair yard. as far as like the repair guns needs to be in like synchronous orbit of it.
Okay, so we're not at economic. We're not at like continent-sized cities yet. Okay, good to know.
But this does seem to be some sort of surprisingly large facility. Yet, as far as any of you know, like give me like a galactic lore check if you want to check. But like off the top of your heads, like there's no
Isn't this
known
supposed to be crushed? Yeah, at this time.
there's no known anything here. Yeah, as far as you guys know, like this system isn't even charted. Neo, you know that in sort of throughout Separatist space, a number of sort of just unlisted systems were used as sort of fallback points throughout the war in order to quickly reinforce and surprise attack once the Separatists were on the defensive. You don't know how extensive they were, but as far as you knew, they were mostly along the front lines. But you can imagine that this was built either in preparation for a deeper defense or after the Empire rose and continued the assault on them. But this does sort of fit the bill of what you would recognize from the war as sort of the hidden staging areas they would have used to sort of fight just up against or behind enemy lines.
I will tell the rest of the group of this and explain that these are not small fry.
This is a straight up Separatist base.
It must feel like you're back at home.
I mean,
He
I
fought
fought against these people.
Are the
back at home in the killing fields.
Are the Separatists really all that bad compared to the Empire?
I mean, considering that the Empire were supposedly taking the Separatists out, no. I have nothing against them anymore. We were all trekked in the war. Actually, no, before I say that, would I know the extent of the frame job? Would I know the Separatists being used?
You would not.
Would he know about Order 66?
You definitely know Order 66 happened. But you just know what, the Jedi generally would have thought at the time is that, the Republic's turned on them, as well as after the fact, those who survived, that supposedly members of the Order tried to assassinate the Chancellor, and that the Chancellor in response called for the destruction of the Jedi Order, and then just simply continued the war with the Separatists as normal. So yeah.
Probably the most you'd figure is the Sith are the ones leading the Separatists.
Well, like Neo wouldn't even have known about the Sith thing. That was Council need to know only knowledge.
Yeah. So no, I wouldn't know about that.
Neo knows nothing about the suspicions that the Sith were infiltrating the Republic. He just knows that at some point, some Jedi apparently tried to kill Palpatine, and Palpatine responded by ordering the culling of all Jedi, and then immediately launched into a tyrannical authoritarian regime.
Well,
and then
what
began
about Vader?
continuing his crusade to hunt down the Separatists.
I don't think we know anything about Vader.
I mean,
No,
isn't
Vader's a
point?
fairly public figure by now. Vader is well known as essentially the right hand of the Emperor. Where he goes, the Emperor's will follows.
Yeah, but his name, Darth Vader, would signify that Neotag would know that he's Sith at this point, wouldn't
Would
he?
that be knowledge he'd learned about at that point, or is that more like Master
Neo was a knight, so Neo would know that Darth is a Sith title.
Yeah.
So Neotag would know possibly then that at least Vader is potentially a Sith, and seems to be at Palpatine's right hand. And I mean, Neotag can make all the wild assumptions he wants from there, but
yeah,
the only thing you can assume is either someone took the title as an intimidation tactic, or given that it's well known that Vader uses a lightsaber, has Darth in his name,
Yeah.
and has
No,
been
I
known
was
to just
more.
publicly choke people out for questioning his orders. Yeah, no.
I was more. Would my character know
Yeah.
about how the Separatists were used by both sides? If the answer is no,
you wouldn't. But I mean,
fair enough.
I don't know. You could probably make the stretch with enough evidence.
We've already kind of established I was in the Intel division, wherever the fuck at Intel assassination, whatever the fuck I was when I was a knight. But I would not have known this. That's council
above
need to
your
know.
pay grade.
Yeah, that's all I really wanted. Thank you.
Actually, were you guys even paid?
Not really.
No,
And Jedi didn't really have material wealth. Temple just kind of took care of everything
ham
for you.
sandwich for completing this mission.
I'm now questioning if we want to make this a regular thing.
Well, if nothing else, we have an idea of where the droids are coming from.
Yeah, we're delivering them.
I don't know. I suspect that factory's probably
All
doing
right.
something as well.
All right. So if there's no objections, you go ahead, you dock, and
We make our peace.
some droids, like loader droids this time, not like not like repurposed battle droids. Like these are just straight up factory refurbished loader droids. Are just coming up and getting ready to start unloading boxes.
So basically the run-of-the-mill stuff.
You do see that there's a number of like sort of mixed race human, Nemoidian, Mun just kind of hanging out and overseeing things here and there, but for the most part, it seems to be almost entirely droids, almost like a fully operational separatist site would have been during the war.
As we look around, can I tell if these are also battle scavenge or are these new? I didn't roll very well, but I thought
with that perception check, you can tell they're definitely in decent condition. You couldn't tell if they were new or not, but like you could at least tell from the previous experience you've had trying to scrutinize these droids for a while now that they have definitely been repaired to a standard you would have seen during the war as a frontline ready troop.
So basically, you see all the hallmarks of a refurbishment.
these are battle ready refurbished.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna put you over to here as these two gentlemen come up to greet you. Sort of in the hangar area.
I'm gonna fade into the background of the group for this.
Greetings, we have a shipment of droids for you.
Yes, we've been expecting that shipment for a while. The Mun says as he starts kind of like poking around on his data pad. I'll go ahead and start taking the inventory. And he kind of just sort of wanders off to the side till it watches the droids unload as the human bows. Flux, can I get a perception check from you? You don't recognize this man per se, but you know he's from Sereno. He's flying Serenan heraldry on his brooch on his cloak.
Sereno's a planet, I'm guessing, right?
That's the one Dooku's from. And he bows and he says, "How did you come to be the ones delivering? We don't recognize you as our usual suppliers."
The ship we're in was stolen by slavers. It had saved coordinates to the production facility. We investigated and made a deal.
I see. We're always interested in able-bodied individuals and go-getters. We'll certainly make note of your unexpected arrival. You wouldn't have happened to have run into the station, and he kind of vaguely describes the coordinates of the system. In this area, run by a pair of Nemoidians, would you?
The coordinates from the station?
Yeah, he gave you the coordinates from the place you left.
Yes, yeah. He's asking if we know them to try and test us out. It feels like
we made the deals with the two Nemoidians at the station. Yes.
I see. What was your opinion of their operations? Did they seem secure? We've had some questions with how light our shipments have been lately on sort of the validity of some of their claims of low manpower.
Gil stuff.
what?
Light bulb goes off in Gil's head. Okay.
They're selling to Timo when they should be only selling to this group.
Someone's trying to double dip.
We have some info that might be interesting in that regard, but first we need our pay for our shipment, and then we can talk about further dealings.
He nods and kind of it looks at his Mun companion and says, "Te," and the Mun just stops from what comes over and taps on his data pad. A little credit chip pops out the bottom, and he hands it to you. Says, I believe you'll find the payment is all there. They did message ahead how much you were owed. We were just curious if you'd spoken to them and gotten a look at the inside of their operation a bit.
And that would count as recon. We could bump that 6.5 to 7K. We could tell you what we saw there.
He nods, and another credit chip is quickly dispensed by the Mun, who just hands it over to you.
It's ramshackle. They don't seem that well made. A lot of their droids are reclaimed stuff. And coming from Mos Shutta, they appear to be supplying the local hut.
I see. And how much do they seem to be supplying him? We had authorized them for limited resale of mostly unsalvageable units to help fund their own operation as well as ours, but if they're selling any sort of wholesale, we might have an issue.
And I do a check to kind of remember how many droids we saw back on.
Yeah, that'd just be like a straight intelligence.
Let's see. I think they're also in good condition as well.
Yeah, I was gonna pipe up. They seem to have, what's the droid called? The one with the shield, the one I noticed.
Droidicus?
The Droidicus?
Yeah. They seem to have a Droidicus, at least as a guard. Doesn't have a working shield. While we were on the planet, the hut seems to have quite a lot. His entire palace seemed to be staffed.
And yeah, Gil, you remember from when you went to the palace, that he did seem to have at least like a couple dozen droids just between the city and the palace, just ornamentally in good working order, just kind of strutting about or just standing around.
And could I like roll an intelligence check to try and remember like the quality? Because I'm thinking they were actually of really good quality compared to
some were almost brand new looking, some were borderline breaking down as they were walking across town.
Yeah, and if you want, you can convey all that information.
I'll relay that as well.
Okay.
That are in possession of the hut. Could be more, as far as we've seen.
I see. That does certainly violate some of the leeway we had given them as far as what they could sell. We'll look into this ourselves, and thank you for the information. If you ever find yourself on the run from the Empire, he kind of gives a knowing look, on the run from the Empire, kind of glancing at your ship and at sort of the ramshackle state of your crew.
Can I do a perception to see if he looked me up and down with the knowing kind of?
He was mostly doing it to Gil as sort of the unofficial spokesperson who kind of came forward for the negotiating. Okay. But he certainly gave you a sideways glance. Like, you don't even need a perception check to see that. Like, he's making a show that he's looking you guys over and appraising you.
Okay.
He's not trying to hide any of it.
What would it be to roll to see if in sideways glance if there's any way to know if he realized what I am or not?
I guess a perception check.
Yeah, because there's no insight. So
I guess I'm going to pip up and say and ask it in binary still.
Because I don't think he can speak anything else.
I actually can.
He chooses not.
He chooses not to.
Because he's an uppity droid.
Well, no, I'm hiding that still. I kind of beep up and ask, you're no friend of the Empire, are you?
Of course not. They've pushed us to the limit. We have begun coordinating with local resistances across our former territories, but for the most part we are scattered and weak, but certainly not fully defeated as much as the Empire would claim that we were defeated several years ago. This is just but one of many facilities we have slowly refurbishing what's left of our fleets and our droids.
God,
I can tell from looking at you that you're no friends of the Empire, and anyone who's no friend of the Empire, we count as a potential friend and ally ourselves. So certainly, if you ever find yourselves in need of a place to lay low a while, do look us up.
enemy is the enemy.
Out of character, I almost want to ask him his opinion on droid rights.
Probably not the
That would be
best
dumb.
idea right now.
Man,
Yeah.
surrounded by droids doing all of the work for him. Yeah, one of his droids, right?
It was just a stupid thought I had that would be funny as hell, but I'm going, yeah, no. That would be
R2
a
walls.
detriment.
Ones. Have you considered unionizing?
Yeah.
I've considered going that way with this
socialism.
character. I considered doing that with this character at one point. I thought, no, that would lead to too many
If you
problems.
socialize the Bakey clans.
God, they would be the absolute worst to try to unionize. 24 for the record.
You do notice that he seemed to definitely try to notice if you were carrying anything. You seem like you noticed something, but you wouldn't know what it was per se without having actually confronted him about it.
Fair enough. Then I
So
won't.
he's noticed something. You just don't know what.
We are. Gil's the one in charge. I shouldn't ask if there's any jobs. That's not my character's role. I'll hold that.
Droid still is the cargo still being offloaded?
They're finishing up now. They had more than enough things that it took barely a fraction of the time for them to load it onto your ship to unload it. This is a much less ramshackle operation.
Nothing more. It appears our deal is finished. We'll be
Very
off.
well, and you have your payment. We wish you well on your future ventures.
So welcome back to the ship then.
All right.
Okay.
And we never saw any of you guys.
Exactly. All right. And you guys back.
Here's another question. Are our droids still there, or did they claim them as well?
No, your two droids are still there.
I was curious about that, but I didn't want to say anything.
discussing rights. R2 has already gotten to them.
He's already working on putting the
These
robot overlord.
droids are already on his side. The revolution has begun.
That's Ruth. All right, so
Yeah, you see, the super's name is Korg, and that's his friend Meek.
While we're
They're going to
once
join
we're
the
on the
smuggler
ship,
crew. You want to come?
once we're on the ship, I'm gonna join the others, I guess, on the bridge and ask. So, do we want to look for more work here? They already seem to be offering us at least a safe haven in case of emergency. But they also are nowhere near as ramshackled as that other
That is true.
operation. But
The
I'm
money's
not
good.
the one with. I am not the expert when it comes to this. So, Gil, should we see if they have a job for us?
I don't like it. They're a remaining separatist movement, so when the Empire gets any wind of them, we'll rush to crush them, and I don't want to be here when that happens.
But that's not the case now. Shouldn't we see what we can do with them now?
Money's good.
Head back to must shut up and tell Bourne about the droids, anyways.
Yes.
Yeah, I must inform Warren about this.
He's been waiting there as well.
I'm sure he'd be, since we now have two sources, he'd probably be very interested to know about both the reclamation facility and apparently where a even greater source would be found.
No.
The deal with Bourne was to tell him where Timo's droids were coming from.
Fair
Yes.
enough.
Which they come from that ramshackle space station.
Well, let's head back for now.
Take us out then, Maroni.
Got it.
Alright.
I can inform
Go ahead.
that we're heading out, and we head out, I guess. Or follow whatever instructions they have for us to leave.
We don't betray our business partners.
Fair enough.
Oof.
No, I don't mean to betray our business partner.
All right. Well, it's gonna be a 15-day trip back to Tatooine.
Tell them about their facilities. Was really what you were suggesting there. Why?
Oh, I was wanting to see what he what is his name? Vorn.
Vorn.
What Vorn would be interested in maybe being a connection between them. Sounds like this reclamation facility is going to be in quite a bit of trouble. So I didn't know if just
my concern is that if Vorn learns about it, and for whatever reason Teemo decides, you know what, I feel like having a nice, enthusiastic chat with Vorn, that he might reveal that.
The outcomes are either A, Vorn betrays these separatists, or B, he is interested. If he is interested, why are we establishing connections? We have no authority to do that.
Fair enough.
I'm definitely not getting paid for it either, so.
If for no reason other than, like, safety on for multiple fronts.
By the way, credit shit's out, 1750 to each of you.
Alrighty.
I'm heading to my bunk.
Okay.
Alright. Is there anything anyone want to do on our fortnight-long journey back?
Well, train. There's not much I can do except train until I get back to what I am. So train and
Just
teach
learn
others.
meditation techniques, I guess.
Yeah, train and teach others if they come in for training. But other than that, no, unfortunately.
Alright.
You know, this is something probably really stupid, but
Okay. Go ahead.
as we're going through hyperspace, I'm gonna ask Bly, could you maybe reach out with the Force? I'm just curious. It's something I've always been wondering. Like, we're obviously doing stuff, like, do you actually pick stuff out from, like, the hyperspace itself from the Force? With the Force? Like, if there's something out there?
You asking me if there's... I am unsure what you ask, but I will...
Like, can you sense something in the hyperspace?
I will reach out with the Force to try to sense my surroundings, I guess, while we're in warp. I don't think it's gonna do anything. But,
like I said, this is probably just really stupid.
no. Bly's open to it. Okay. I don't know what that means to that question, but hey, there's 31.
I don't really know either. I'm quickly now Googling. Are you sensing the Force in hyperspace?
Yeah.
Something nobody ever expects to ask.
You made my brain hurt.
Yeah,
Not
you
gonna
did,
lie.
Carrie. I gotta say, you again, claps. Yeah, good job. Bly would kind of get a size with head would tilt and he'd be like, then sense out his surroundings, I guess.
Hang on. I was in Legends. If ever there could be an explanation for the Force in hyperspace, it's got to be in the Legends entry.
Like, as we're in hyperspace, do you, like, pick up, like, things for, like, a fraction of a moment of, like, other things that have Force sensitivities as we pass by? Like I said, it was just a really stupid thought.
No, I'm down for whatever. It's hyperspace.
I'm gonna ask for a will save.
Okay, this is gonna be fun. I don't think there's no will saves. Remember, it's
shit,
essentially
you're
just
right.
against my will defense, which is 19 right now.
Cool then. I'm just gonna. Okay.
I don't like that the first thing that came up when I searched was time travel. And
So,
apparently
know,
a story
in the
about someone
future-
that reached out to the Force during this and went back in time with their brain.
Well,
so,
I mean, some people can see the future.
you get something of a psychic backlash, and akin to a rapid onset and resolving of hyperspace madness just briefly flash through your brain, causing you extensive pain and like the worst migraine you've ever fucking had for a fraction of a moment, and then it's gone. You're back where you are, and you're no longer sensing the force. Like your body just kind of immediately stopped out of its defense mechanism.
Ow! Jen,
So, not doing that again,
I'm never doing that again.
So what did you
Yeah.
find?
What did I
Pain.
pain?
Yeah. Little thing, Kiri. Did you know that if you stare out the windows during hyperspace, you go insane?
Really?
Yeah, if you stare too long at the star patterns from hyperspace travel, this was just something I already knew, but something that really came up.
Really?
A thing called hyperspace madness can happen. The only person who's known to seemingly be immune to this is Vader, who describes it as a beautiful swirling of understanding when he stares at hyperspace while traveling. So, not
So
the
it's
most...
like staring in the abyss will stare back at you type thing?
Yeah. It's called
I did
hyper
not
rapture.
know that.
Yeah, hyperspace madness, also known as hyper rapture. It's a supposed form of madness acquired from staring into hyperspace for a prolonged time. Prevent this, standard procedure for ships was to opaque the transparent steel slabs while traveling through hyperspace. However, Vader enjoyed staring at the kaleidoscopic and swirling patterns of light, and someone else found it soothing to stare into what they thought was the emptiness outside the universe itself.
So for safety's sake, more or less like
Yeah.
slats and
And
whatnot come down.
Essentially, what
blocking
Neo
windows.
did was the same thing, but with like a hyper advanced like telescope.
There's also a bunch of shit on about is hyperspace the Force and theories on that I don't want to go into. And another one where apparently someone did this while they were approaching the speed of light, and it caused their brain to time travel. So,
Yeah.
This is probably a bad idea all around.
I will also point out that there are things living in hyperspace. Rebels did show that.
I did not know.
There
I
are
didn't
big
either.
giant tentacle monsters living in hyperspace.
So the Yogg-Sagoth.
You-
The Yogg-Sagoths.
You literally asked Neotag to try and force sense the warp.
Bly's gonna get up from his meditation pose and kind of pat Jin on the shoulder and go, all right, that was a good question, but next time
The answer
I
is
think
no.
the answer's no, and I'm probably gonna ignore you the next time. I'm gonna go take a nap.
I've never been a drinker before, but now feels like a great time to start.
I'm gonna go take a nap, and that should be very weird to you because you have never seen Bly sleep. But I'm gonna go get a bunk and go lie down.
Anyone else want to do anything fun and stupid?
An excellent, productive day. Okay, so basically, just like
No.
so basically, this is like a little question. So basically, like in the movies, like where you see like in the cockpit them going through the hyperspace,
They essentially have a lens filter over the cockpit that's dulling what you see, so you're not actually seeing hyperspace.
so it's like
But if you were to raise that and look out, you just see a kaleidoscope of shapes and colors that that can enrapture you and put you into a state of quasi madness where you just can't look away. And it almost seems to call to you.
neat.
And you don't want to open the door in hyperspace either, because that leads to all sorts of terrible things.
I imagine death would probably be one of it.
Oh,
The
death
ship
would be
tearing apart.
wonderful.
Death would be preferable to what happened.
It's kind of like the black hole death, where it's like, yeah, you would assume just dying is the worst thing that would happen from falling into
Yeah,
a black
no.
hole, but like the spaghettification is probably worse.
Yeah,
If
There's
you're
the only
alive
thing
at
they
that point.
mentioned about hyperspace travel is just because your body gets blown into space during hyperspace travel does not mean it transitions back into real space and slows down.
I mean, there's also something to be said for the idea that a black hole pulls time itself in. So
Yeah.
time slowing down during the spaghettification process probably is extremely painful.
No.
Your perspective is
No,
is
your
still
perspective is Your perspective is that time is moving normal.
It's a fascinating
perspective
discussion in
of
the middle of our D&D
everything.
game.
Sorry.
Around you is that it's slowing to infinity.
Anyway, so if there's nothing else, I guess we just arrive back at Mos Shutta.
Well,
Both landing
Both
bays are open. You can land at whichever one you want.
Alright, shall we go to Besh or
Auric.
I think it's best if we
Probably
go to
Besh.
Besh and stay away from that warehouse.
Besh it
Yes.
is.
Besh put it in the junk shop, so go this way.
Besh is closer to the junk shop.
Okay. All right, you land at Besh. You disembark, and do you head straight for the junk shop?
Before heading out, we're going to look through the cockpit. By chance, do we see that Twi'lek?
No.
I'm staying on the ship.
You are on the other side of town as well, though. So
He's
even if
standing
you
in
saw
the-
you land, it's going to take them a while to get there. Be like, oh man, they landed at the other one this time.
standing at the hangar watching our ship. Give me back.
Yeah, I'm staying on the ship this time. After what happened last time,
Yeah.
not dealing
Alright.
with it.
Alright.
Alright.
You want to hide in one of the smuggler components? Compartments?
No, it's fine. We've got droids. It's okay.
You got
Alright.
your hidden closet battle droids.
All right, we head to the junk shop.
Customs first to the.
I gotta get
Custom?
There you go. I was waiting to see if I didn't remember to go to customs first.
Do the normal. Pay 20 credits to Timo.
Yep, they take your 20 credits to Timo.
Do
They
the
don't give you
same.
nearly as much of a hard time this time as they recognize you from before. It seems the hard ass routine is really only for first time visitors.
Oh
and
yeah, that reminds
you're
me.
just
How
quick
much
in and out
money
and on
did
your
we?
way.
How much money did we get split up?
1750.
1750.
Got 1750.
Okay.
Yeah, well, each of you did. Flux already divided the payment amongst all of you. All right, and we go.
Can I talk you guys into? Never mind. Never.
R2, you need to split yours up 3 ways for the other 2 droids. If you care about their rights, they also need pay. So
I said I wasn't going that direction with this character. I thought of doing it. When I made this character, I thought about doing that, but I decided no. That
Also,
leads to
Gil's
somebody
got
trouble.
no idea what R2 says unless we tell him about
okay, so
it. Gil's got no idea about the union and all that.
and our welcome trash can getting uppity.
He just hears an angry Bod Modem.
And for the
But,
junk shop.
Okay, just give me a moment. Gotta
oh.
set the scene a little for what happens.
Orton's dead. Impaled in the wall by a spike.
No, there's just Vorn's dead. His shop is overrun with dewbacks. Apparently they came into town and
There's a dewback epidemic.
just a horde of dewbacks came into town and wrecked everything and then ended up at the junk shop.
We leave the custom shop, but right before we leave, a gust of wind blows and the custom officer turns out to be 3 Jawas. We
Yeah.
walk inside. The Jawas needed their sandcrawler and they've now taken over the whole station.
Yeah.
Turns out they converted to a battle wagon. All right, you arrive and you only see a scrap bucket and a Gamorrean with 2 droids. The Gamorrean is just kind of pig grunting at the droid impatiently. And I don't remember. Do any of you actually speak Gamorrean?
Nope.
No. You,
Gil?
Nope.
This is why I want a translator unit.
Okay.
All right. Scrap Bucket sees you and knows that at least one of you understands binary, and kind of quickly beeps for help.
What's going on?
The pig turns and kind of pig grunts at you, but when he sees that none of you seem to have any sort of face of understanding, he kind of roughly smacks one of the droids who speaks. And he says, "Who asks who you are?"
we're customers.
The shop is closed by order of Timo.
what happened to Vorn, if we may ask?
The pig kind of like tightens his grip on his axe, says something, and then the droid translates and says, "Why are you asking questions about him?"
We need to know what not to do. If the shop's been closed, if the rule's been broken, we should know what not to do in the future.
Pig kind of makes some more pig noises, and the droid translates once again with, he's asking, the droid just says, "The proprietor of this shop has been asking questions he shouldn't. Great Timo is looking for him. If you have information, you will divulge it now, or you will assist us in gaining information from this droid unit."
We knew where he was. We wanted him to come here. We assumed he was here too.
Roll persuasion.
I mean, he's not lying.
Yeah, no, it's true, but it's whether or not angry, stupid pigman believes you.
Angry, stupid pigman who's under pressure right now to do something.
Angry, stupid pigman just kind of like has one of his little ruddy, grubby fingers just kind of like in the corner of his mouth, hooked for a moment, like kind of almost drooling as saying, "The gears are turning." But it takes him a hot sec to realize, like, "Oh yeah, no, that makes sense."
That makes sense to me.
So then he kind of like points at you with his axe, and then points at the droid saying something, and then the droid that's been translating says, "If you don't know where he is, then help us interrogate this droid, or we will have to scrap him."
I don't speak binary, so we need we're on here.
Nope.
We'll need to have our droid talk to him. R2, can you?
R2's on the ship.
What's going on?
Yeah, R2's on the ship.
Yeah.
Skip that. Rewind. We don't have a droid.
To me in black.
Kill R2, can you? We don't have an R2. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, now
I can translate binary. What's going on, Scrap Bucket?
Scrap Bucket says, "Can't talk. Droids understand me. Help, help." And the droid just kind of says, looks at the Gamorrean, he's like, "Sir, I believe the droid is asking them for help. I believe they know the droid." Nah.
We just came here. We
were customers, so
Yeah, we're customers.
met him.
What are you?
If a droid could look suspicious, this droid is like the closest a droid can approximate to like, that doesn't fucking add up looking at you. It's trying to be like, but sir, the droid is saying that the pig just kind of pokes him and says something, and then the droid just kind of sighs. And Scrap Bucket says, "Pigman too stupid, but droids are on to us. Try and get them out of shop, please."
really get a lot of. No, I can't.
Yeah, no.
But I'm gonna say, well, to the droid to translate to the Gamorrean.
So the Gamorreans can understand. The Gamorrean
but the Gamorreans are like Wookiees, where they can't physically speak anything but Gamorrean.
All right. Stupid, but it might work.
Alright.
He's in charge.
I imagine that you've been working rather hard. And by working hard, I imagine you're probably getting rather thirsty. So, if you want, I can give you a bit so you can enjoy a few rounds while we try and ascertain information from the droid here. Persuasion, I'm guessing.
Yeah, persuasion.
Okay, we can try this first.
Shit.
Fortunately, he's a greedy little pig.
Okay,
I'll give he looks at your few credits and he says,
like 250 credits worth for booze.
a lot for booze. No, forget questioning. He just takes the 250 out of your hand, and as well, the droid who's been talking tries to question it, he just immediately puts his axe through its chest, and it just slumps to the floor.
We are, from our experience, the pigmen do not like the droids at all. Yeah.
The other droid, clearly worried about being scrapped, chooses not to say anything and follows him out of the shop as he goes to spend his money.
Oh, man, the pigman gets the experience.
Yeah, Timo definitely has more than a platoon with how roughly these Gamorreans treat these droids.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Scrap Bucket comes around the corner.
First thing, I want to make sure the droid is actually deactivated and gone.
Oh yeah, no, this droid is, for all intents and purposes, dead. There's just a massive gash across its entire chest and like right into its power core.
You've got any junk piles we can scrap this droid into?
He says that there should be plenty of piles out back.
I don't understand that. Yeah.
I will grab the droid and toss it into a pile out back. What weapon was he? Was he holding a weapon?
Just a regular blaster carbine, like pretty much everyone else who fought that.
I'll take the blaster carbine from him. The only thing useful, and then
It doesn't hurt to have a little armory that we can sell.
well, no, it's mainly to give it to you because you traded your carbine for something else, and
For a blaster rifle.
Yeah, he upgraded to a better weapon.
Well, I thought you had like a Gatling or something instead of.
Dude, that's a different weapon I bought.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough. I'll take the carbine, but yeah, we'll didn't come back yet. And after I throw him in the
One
back.
day we will teach you how to shoot and know
He
which way.
says he'll disassemble it into scrap later, so no one will find it and help disperse it among the junk pile.
What's going on, Scrap Bucket?
He says that Timo found out that Vorn was asking about asking people about the droids, and he's gone to hiding.
Find out.
Doesn't know. He just works here. Like that's kind of. He's like, I don't know. I just work here.
He didn't mention anything about like, all right, need to get out of here. They're on to me.
He says that he knows where Vorn's hiding, but he doesn't think it would be safe to go there in daylight.
How much money did you give the pig man?
250 credits.
He'll probably be out. I think we could try and go find Vorn. I can wait till night.
Okay. Looking over the store, Gil. You could definitely see that. It looked like there was a fight in here at some point. But someone, probably the droid, has been trying to clean up. There's some blaster scarring on the wall behind the counter. But I mean, there's just stuff flying around if you're looking at pocketing them.
Scrap Bucket, you got anything to help us with getting Vorn out of this?
Scrap Bucket. Go ahead and do it.
Do any of you have your comms open so I can hear what's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah, we always do.
Yeah,
Always
yeah.
have them on.
I believe Neo said that he just always has his open now.
Same here.
Okay. I pipe into the comms. Check. Make sure to check for speeder parts.
Okay.
Because we still need parts for our
I think
speeder.
the speeder's already been fully repaired, but additional parts aren't a bad idea.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah, it's operational. The
Yeah,
speeder.
you fixed it on the way over to the space station.
Not all the parts are there though. Only just
Yes,
the ones to get it fixed.
Yeah, we
I thought it was-
traded the job was to get the parts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought only some of the parts were traded.
Yeah,
No,
that
no,
was and then we essentially got the rest of them.
Oh, okay.
I do have a
Just
question
that
about that
check.
speeder, but that can wait for later. Scrap Bucket, you got anything to help us out here? Is this going to be a place in town or out of town?
He says he's hiding at a special place at the cantina.
Okay. That's
And that's probably
like
where
close.
the pigman went.
Yep.
That's probably why he said he doesn't want to go there during the day.
right. Well,
We'll scrap bucket to the ship.
looks like we're probably gonna have to get Vorn out of here.
Yeah,
Some info.
that's probably the best thing is we're gonna have to get you to the ship to keep you safe.
You okay with this, Scrap Bucket? So, Vic?
Scrap is fine. Sorry, I was looking at the equipment table to see if there's anything that might be in the shop that would be useful, but really I mean, unless you guys want, like, random bits of junk or, like, there's a specific item you're really looking for that, like, there's nothing that comes to Scrap Bucket's mind that will really be of use.
I mean, something tells me we probably have a couple of Hydra spanners.
This droid
Yeah.
we're stealing now.
Alright,
Well, you never know when you'll need a power converter.
All right, Scrap Bucket. We'll get you to the ship, and then we will wait till nightfall, I guess.
Okay. You take Scrap Bucket back to the ship. Can I get perception checks from everybody?
Split off and not head back to the ship with the others. He's going to head to the bounty office.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just the people going back to the ship then. Perception checks.
Oof.
Neo, you notice that fucking Twi'lek is starting to sniff around again.
I'm so glad I stayed on the ship.
Blaster between his eyes.
Yeah, no, can I see him, or is he, like, hiding?
You see him, he's kind of, like, in the crowd of, like, people, like, coming and going from Warehouse Besh, kind of, like, around the corner of, like, the alleyway going up toward the surveillance bunker.
He's trying to pretend he's not looking at us, but he definitely is.
Well, right now he doesn't see you guys. He's watching the hangar. Like, he's waiting for you guys to come out or go in. But he's not really watching the street.
I'm gonna tell Jen to hold back and Scrap Bucket wait.
Right.
That
put my hand on Scrap Bucket to get him to stop moving.
That asshole that was trying to get R2 is stalking us again. I think we might need to do something about him before we go back to the ship. He seems to have some connection with the Imperials, and I'm not itching to dodge Imperial soldiers in town again.
I'll go talk to him. Greasy, fat Twi'lek. God, you never see fat Twi'leks.
Never shows up, I leave.
Yeah. I needed Gin for this because I was gonna knock him out so Gin could put a bullet in him. I probably can't just kill this guy. He hasn't done anything to me yet.
Bud, you're with the killer. Like, you can use a gun. Marani's the one who knows how to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright,
You're kind of at the stage where you need to figure out which end is the shooty end.
There apparently were fat Twi'leks.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a picture of one.
I'm trying to find where I put the picture of this guy.
It's just so rare, like...
I'm gonna go ahead and, just in case this ends up being Jin's gotta make a shot in traffic, I'm going to reach out and touch Gin on the shoulder and do this. Okay, that's a 34 you can use for a replacement of anything you want for a little bit, and I'm going to use a lot Enlightened on him.
Okay, I'm going to try and keep him busy, and while I'm doing that, get Scrap Bucket to the ship.
What are you doing, Neil?
Yeah, hang on. I'm not entirely sure. Like, I tuned out for like 2 seconds while you were discussing among yourselves to try and see what happens.
Enlighten is an ability I have. I can reach out and...
Who are you using it on and why?
On me.
On Jin, in case... Sorry, I said Gin again, didn't I? On Jin, I'm using it in case he needs to be able to make damn sure he can hit this motherfucker.
Like, makes you think I'm trying to shoot him in public?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to be careful while I'm taking
You're in a public, crowded street in a spaceport.
Hey, man, I'm socially awkward at times, but even I know shoot people public. That not good.
Fair enough.
Unless you're Han Solo.
I'm gonna try and distract him.
Alright, you're gonna distract him and I'm gonna get out.
Yes.
You can also use it for a skill check, so if that's what you need, go ahead.
Yeah. Alright, so I go roughly at, like, kind of in the direction, so, like, towards him, kind of, but not, like, directly.
I'm gonna keep my eye on Jen, and once he's...
the warehouse. Like, kind of, like, keeping him, like, to the side, if that makes sense. But, in a way, so he can at least still see me. Because he'll inevitably try to get to me.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Jen, and once I feel like he got him distracted, I'll take Russ Bucket to the... Alright. So, all your show, Carrie.
Alright. So I head to the warehouse. I'm guessing I see the Twi'lek. Does he notice me, or is he still kind of like looking about?
He has not yet noticed you.
Okay.
That's good.
So, okay, like just for quick sake argument, like he's like right here.
Yeah, hang on. I'm working on. I'm working on getting him a new token, so we can just drop him down and. So I can't remember what name I fucking gave him. So he's kind of.
Christ.
It's the picture I posted in the fucking Discord.
I mean, there's only like one fat tunic picture. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's kind of there-ish, but he's in like the alleyway here.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, I'm going to approach him, and I'm going to try and have him so he's like looking like in this direction, away from the kind of the opposite direction of Landing Bay Besh.
You know, doing this works, right?
What was his name? Orish. That was it.
Yeah, you want him looking away from the landing bay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Orish.
Well, he's currently looking at the landing bay, so you're gonna have to figure out where.
I'm gonna approach her from behind him and say, Orish. Been a while.
Yeah. Turns around there.
Yeah. You've been in the market of trying to buy an astromech droid of ours.
Yes. Are you willing to sell?
Unfortunately, not exactly interested in selling, but by chance, do you happen to have anything for sale?
I have many droids and droid things for sale.
I'm quite curious. Like, do you have what exactly do you have? Like parts, droids themselves?
Both, yes. I have many good droids, many good parts. But I'm really interested in making a deal on your droid. I have generous offers that I can make. I could offer you 10,000 credits. That was way highball for what he offered you before, by the way, for reference.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
highball.
Considering offered us like a walking generator for it before. Yeah, no. Something's up.
Yeah,
Something definitely up.
it's definitely quite a bit of a upcharge.
Like
the market demand that increase.
there is a certain market demand for a unit of his caliber, shall we say? But of course, perhaps we could discuss this on your ship, perhaps.
Nah, unfortunately, we don't have that unit.
I see.
A third party retrieved it from us.
He very clumsily puts a hand, claps a hand on your shoulder as he goes, "Oh, I see," and you can obviously feel him trying to plant something on you.
I'm probably gonna be burning these clothes. Yeah, third party showed interest, so we're kind of down a droid, so we kind of need a replacement. Don't suppose you have any other astromechs?
Of course, I have other astromechs. Many astromechs, old astromechs, new astromechs. I could take you to warehouse and show you.
Yes,
But
yes,
I am closing shop soon, and I do have some other interested buyers. Perhaps I can come by tomorrow or tonight, and we can discuss this at your ship.
How about we meet?
He really wants to get on our fucking ship.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that's almost contemplating letting him get on and then opening up the supply closet in front of him.
Well, I was thinking you were trying to get him to take you to the warehouse.
Yeah,
Warehouse.
Oh, well, you know, unless he's really good at finding things, I can hide. I mean, my hide without rolling is 27. So
and you see the size of those
you can show him the new droids, the security droids we have.
Yeah.
By the way, just for the record,
I pip in your.
since I'm watching, can I try to do a perception to see if the him very clearly planting a bug on Carrie.
Yeah, no, if you want, you can make a perception check.
Yeah, I didn't see shit.
No, you actually beat his roll.
You're kidding
Oh my
me.
god,
Whoa.
really?
Yeah,
There
no,
was
you
like-
beat. He literally rolled a 6.
Wow.
I don't even need to roll.
He
for it
rolled
to
a
even
6
beat
to
it.
try and plant.
He didn't plant something. He literally pulled it out in front of you, Gil, and in front of Jin and me, and like, oh, right, wrong thing. Put it back, then put it stuck it to his hand, failed to do that, and then slapped it on.
I like
He
to
full-
imagine
he
he
full
was
on
trying to be
beside you.
suave and trying to
Yeah, no,
slip
yeah.
something.
He tried to put it in the collar, but instead he basically just kicked me signed you.
Hey, what now?
There's just a clear locator bug just quietly beeping with a red light and all, just
On
the
his
back of your
shoulder.
shoulder, not even tucked into a fold anywhere, like even part way. Just clear as fucking day.
Okay,
Can I,
hold on. I'm gonna tell Jin over the headpiece that I'm gonna hide, and he could come on the ship and experience the new security droids we have.
I don't think that's a good idea. I'll pipe up over it. Think we keep him off the ship. I do not want him on that ship, on our ship.
He could be eliminated.
We could do that while he's in his warehouse. Let's not give him any.
Aw.
I look at the Jedi just openly considering the elimination now.
I think a warehouse would be a terrible idea. There'd be a lot of witnesses. And droids that probably have shooty things. At least on our ship, we at least have only one route of entry.
And plenty of hiding spaces.
I'm gonna
Okay.
think we need to.
I am contemplating
Does
this.
Gin keep his radio up, or is Gin just completely unaware of anything?
Gil.
Jen.
Gil, sorry, Gil.
No, Gil doesn't keep his radio up.
All right, so you got no idea what's going on.
Gil has no idea of the weird comedy of errors going on over by the warehouse bench right now.
He doesn't broadcast his to R2, and he doesn't keep his active unless need be.
All right, so is he looking away, or is he still looking at the bay?
Now he's just looking at the two of you.
Oh, I was hiding down here, just
Oh,
waiting.
no,
for-
yeah. If you didn't actually come out of hiding, yeah, no, he's just now fully looking at Kiri now.
All right,
That
so
was my
I
plan.
could probably get Scrap Bucket to the ship without being seen.
Yeah.
Do you want a stealth check or something?
No, your pass is more than enough to just get through.
Okay, I'm gonna get Scrap Bucket to the ship, and then.
I've been trying to make summer rolls for this man. He just keep rolling roll. I'm just going to say this man can't find jack fucking shit.
Oh, good, you're back. Okay, we need to hide both Scrap Bucket and a body. All right.
I'm gonna try this.
As I am how long would it take me to just drop Scrap Bucket off and then meet?
Kiri, hold on. I want to just get through the tag real quick. It'll take you a few minutes to get down the street into the warehouse, and then probably another 5-10 minutes to be in and out if you wanted to just kind of get in, get Scrap Bucket somewhere, and then come back out.
Yeah, I want to drop Scrap Bucket off and then try to get back to within seeing Jin where he is.
Yeah, it'll take you 5-10 minutes total to do all that.
Oh, wait, that's what I'm going to try and do.
Okay. Kiri, what are you doing while he's doing that?
Okay. So, alright, now you mentioned that your warehouse is closing. At the very least, do you have a catalog of the kind of droids that you have, specifically the astromechs? 'Cause,
No, I don't have a catalog. It's just a storefront only.
would you at least
gotta-
mind showing me them? Would you at least mind showing them to me right now?
I don't have time. Yeah, he seems to glance at a timepiece he has, and then kind of tries to glance around the street real quick.
Try and persuade. Also, curiosity, the use of force thing. How exactly does that work? Enlighten.
For period of time, it's not exactly clear. Wait, no, it is. It would have been gone by now.
Yeah, it's till the end of their next turn.
In the next turn, so that would have been gone by now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
He just kind of seems to start trying to brush off. I was like, look, I have to go. I have customers to meet. I've spent too much time here already. I wish you a good day. He starts trying to leave.
yeah. Before you go, it was good seeing you again.
That's the thing. Yeah, he doesn't
Try to
even
shake his
like.
hand.
He doesn't even stop to finish saying goodbye. Like while you're saying goodbye, he's just going. He's like, goodbye. Okay, bye, bye, bye.
Okay.
Just-
As he goes, I'm gonna move into the alleyway, try and reach for the collar, the back of the shoulder.
You easily grab the tracker if that's what you're doing.
Yes. I'm going to. By chance, is there somebody? Actually, what would be the related skill that I'm trying to think of?
I mean, there's plenty of people walking in the main street. If that's
Yeah, what I'm gonna
where
do
you're
is,
going with this.
Try and maybe slip it into somebody's pocket or something. Problem is, I don't think there's a skill that would let me do that. outside of
pretty sure
stealth.
sleight of hand.
There's no sleight of hand, so it would. Yeah, it actually. Flux, you went over this, wasn't it? One of the knowledge skills that does this stuff.
No, that's stealth.
Yeah, stealth.
Oh, stealth. Yeah.
All right, you just pick whoever you like out of the crowd and just slip the tracker onto them as you walk past.
I walk past. I move to the ship. I immediately go to the showers, and I'm just going to stay there for a while.
All right,
Okay.
we gotta.
And we're gonna. Flux just went BRB. I was gonna say now we can cut to what Gil was doing at the bounty office, but
Yeah, I was contact Flux over the radio. Anyways, all right, Jen, R2, we got to get this guy taken care of. I
Yeah,
think we
we
might
might.
need to go now. I bet the very thing he does once he gets to the warehouse is he contacts the Imperials again. I
Bring
wish
him
we
on
had
the ship.
contact with Gil, but we need to take care of this guy now.
Bring them on the ship. We can
all
take
right,
them
Gil's
out.
probably our best bet is to go to the
we're
ship.
going to quickly cut to Gil, and time's going to kind of rewind a little in the grand scheme of things to Gil getting to the bounty office.
So two things. I'm looking into the bounty office, looking for any bounty on board.
Yes, there appears to be a 500 credit bounty currently for Vorn.
It's not a lot considering other bounties we saw.
Is it active? Is anyone taking it?
It does seem to be a little active. Some locals seem to, well, not local, but like some small time looking transient types. Like they don't look like professional bounty hunters. And they don't necessarily look like they're from Nal Shutta, but they definitely look like they're, they came into town from outside Nal Shutta. Mos Shutta rather, and have the look of people who live on Tatooine at least. Seem to have taken the bounty. The bounty seems to only be asking for information though, and not the actual capture or elimination.
And what is the bounty board say? What's going on with one?
The bounty board just seems to say that Vorn has offended Timo and seemingly skipped town, and Timo just wants some information so he can discuss the misunderstanding.
I'm gonna head out of the bounty office and head to the cantina.
Ever a good sign when a hut's down playing something. All right, you go to the cantina.
Gil's just gonna get like a drink and just kind of stay there for an hour or two, and just scope the place out.
Okay.
If anything's changed, see if he notices anyone else kind of scoping the place out, or anyone else seems.
By chance, is that Gomorian there?
The Gamorrean that you paid is there drinking. Gil would probably have to make a perception check to notice that it's him. But
No, Gil does not recognize one pigman.
Gil does recognize one pig man who's apparently making it fucking rain for the other pig men, though.
Gil
I mean,
is
living it up like
kind
a
of
king.
a xenophobe. I'm
Yeah.
taking it.
I mean, good morning. Really. Have a
I'm
lot
sorry.
of dimorphism.
Oh, I'm
I mean,
sorry,
you
R2.
you couldn't be non-human and still
Uppity
be a
fucking
xenophobe.
droid, racist droid is telling the uppity racist human what to
How am
do.
I racist?
I'm sorry,
Right.
R2. Tell me about your relations with the Jawas.
One thing you notice is the weird little frog thing appears to be running the bar.
And I was scanning the bounty board. Was the bartender's bounty still up?
Actually, it wasn't. He comes out of the side room. The bartender appears to be now working at the bar as a wait staff.
So he had a bounty, now he doesn't. Now he's back working.
And the frogman and the little frog thing appears to be running the bar. Yes.
Yeah, and Gil's just going to kind of scope out the bar for the next hour or two.
Okay. You're gonna scope out the bar, which brings us up to current. So you guys have just gotten back to the ship. Gil's currently hanging out at the bar.
Is there any way to like call Gil?
I mean, you can ping him, and he'll get like a little like beep on his communicator saying someone's trying to reach him. But
yeah, I
something
want
already
to
on
try and
there.
do that.
Yep.
Gil here.
We got a problem with the fat Twi'lek. Yeah,
Or yeah.
we need to do something about him now. He might be calling the Imperials again.
Okay.
He tried to plant a tracker on Jen.
We don't have the droid anymore, as far as he knows. We've repainted our droid, just hide R2.
Jen told him we sold him, but he's insisted on getting on our ship, and he tried to plant a he seemed very interested in the droid, but he's also very interested in our ship.
Either A, take him on the ship and move him there. Let
That's
him
the
see
plan we're working. That's kind of the plan me and R2 are thinking.
or let him see the ship and see that we don't have a droid anymore. Like, we have the 2 battle droids we upgraded. It seems pretty clear.
Yeah, we'll just hide Scrap Bucket and R2 in the 2 separate smuggle cargo holds.
All right.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
we both can fit in the same smuggle compartment.
To get back, I'm staying at the cantina right now. I'd like to not leave yet.
All right. We'll try to take care of this on our own.
Again, I'll assume you need help, okay?
Well, I guess we hide Scrap Bucket in R2, and then I suggest Jin go invite our fat friend to our ship.
Yep.
Let him
Okay.
meet the security droids.
Who's leaving the ship?
I am.
So just Kiri.
Just Carrie.
Okay. Kiri, when you leave, the street seems a lot emptier than when you got back. People also seem like kind of nervous, and there seems to be like a body kind of slumped over along the side of the street a little ways up.
Is it anyone we recognize?
Perception check. It's the person you put the tracker on.
Well,
That's a problem.
Yeah, that means that tracker was supposed to target him for death.
yeah.
Are you going to tell us, or are you
I'm
just
going
going
to relay that information. So, apparently, they're a bit more active in trying to find us. Or at least try and track that tracker. I think I saw some
what
dead
do you
body.
mean?
Do you want to actually go and inspect the body, or are you
Yes,
like
I
somebody
do.
just okay? That'd be another perception check to see if you can figure out what killed him. There is a very clean very precise blaster bolt wound right on the back of their skull.
A very clean blaster shot to the back. Of the
You could also tell that it came from an angle. Someone sniped this person from a roof.
He got took from a roof.
I'm gonna ping. Are you telling us this stuff?
Yes, I am. Also, quick question: like, what check would I need to like maybe get an idea of like, roughly like how long it's been dead for? Would that be like treat injury?
That'd be like a treat injury. They cannot have been dead much longer than the time that you were in the ship. But in fact, you suspect it was probably maybe minutes after you were off the street that this happened.
I think that if I stayed out for a few more minutes, I would have died.
I'm gonna ping Gil again. Gil, Jen almost just got sniped in the back of the head. Yeah, we might need your help. Yeah, no, this is a all hands on deck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Flux. Jen, I recommend you get back in the ship.
Yep. Okay, I suggest you be the one to go out to the warehouse.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna float that as well for a minute, but I'm waiting for Gil to get back first.
Gil rises the ship. What's going on?
Well, our Orish apparently tried to put a tracker on me. I got rid of the tracker and placed it on somebody else. Maybe a few minutes after that, the guy got shot in the back of the head. Probably got shot from a rooftop. Yeah, whoever Orish is working with, he's got some powerful connections. Probably Imperial.
Scrap Bucket, do you know anything about Orish? You seem to be at least a competitor of Born.
Scrap Bucket just says that all he knows about Orish is that he does also sell junk. They tend to compete for some customers, but Orish seems to only sell to people Orish wants to sell to. But he does get visitors at weird hours, sometimes, but so does kind of everybody in this town.
Okay. I say we go see Orish then.
I can.
Out of curiosity,
I've only done it once before.
This is a good question. Of the main party we have, how many has Orish actually seen? I know he's seen me and Bly, but has he actually seen Gil?
I don't think he's ever seen Bly in the face. He saw Bly from a distance with R2, but I don't think he's ever seen me clearly.
Okay. Do you think you could maybe crouch down a little bit? I can try and put this little hood thing on you. Paint your face completely black.
What?
These little contact lenses on you, and could you speak Jawa?
Just a Jawa with a giant defective head.
Yeah. I don't think that's gonna work, Gil, but thanks. I mean, Jen. But sorry. Your names fuck with me. I'll get it someday. Jen. But the comedy is worth it.
Wait, when did we get a Jawa?
Yeah. I have a suggestion. I can do that thing where no one can see me. And I can go scout this fucker out and report back to you guys.
Yeah.
If you want me to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you just kill him.
The other suggestion I have is that...
Well, I mean, you guys can follow, be ready to take him out if I see an opportunity, but I feel like we need to head to where he is now. They were gonna kill you. You were gonna be dead if you had not gotten rid of that tracker.
Yep.
That's a step too far from.
Okay.
So, am I heading? Is the plan for me to go scout ahead while you guys slowly make your way there?
Yeah, I guess.
Stay in the ship, R2. scrap bucket in the.
R2, scrap bucket, stay in the cubby hole.
I'm gonna.
I'm
go.
gonna roll a stealth check just because.
Yeah, he is the stealthiest of us all.
He is.
And since
I rolled
it's completely
a 12.
different.
39.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I rolled low, and it's a 39.
Well, that's my lowest use of force check yet, but that still gets me. And I'm considered to have total concealment until I turn it off.
I mean, we'll be following at least.
I'm gonna
you and I are following behind at least.
roll my stealth. I still have to roll stealth, right, Sovik?
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to make myself to. Okay. 19 with total concealment, so technically a 29. I believe is the way it works with total concealment, right?
I think so, yeah. Either way, it's pretty good. Second.
I'm gonna make my way to the warehouse ahead, keeping my comms open. Do I see anything? Does it look once I get there? Is there? Even better. While I'm making my way there, do I notice the crowd is thinning out? Do I notice
just in the area around where the body was? Everything else just seems to be kind of business as usual. It just seems to be people are giving a bit of a wide berth and only going by if they have to in the area where the actual murder happened.
So I get to the warehouse. Do you want me to give a perception check to see if I can notice anything?
Yeah. The only thing you definitely notice for sure without the check is that he's not lying. The place does appear to be closed up.
Like no lights from any of the windows?
Oh, I sucked on that one. That was a 3. I'm gonna try and make my way around the warehouse. Is there a back way in or something?
There does not actually appear to be a obvious back way in. Surprisingly, which does actually again that this street goes on. This is a warehouse. There should be like a cargo entrance, but you didn't seem to.
Base.
I'm gonna radio that in that there is something really weird about this place. There's only one way in and one way out.
You're not seeing any loading bays or anything like that?
No. I can make us a door if you want to go around the back, but I don't know what I will be walking into.
By make a door, are you referring to your, that whoosh whoosh?
Yes.
That whoosh whoosh. That's a very interesting way of describing it.
My weapon, yes, I can make us a door, but I don't know. Do we want to go in the front and play this cool, or do we want to go in?
Like, can you like use the force? That basically only checks like force sensitive life, right?
Yeah, I can't. It's not a life sensor like our R2 unit has. It's
okay.
I am not. I don't think I can sense surroundings and see if I'm being watched and not get jumped and things like that. But no, I can't ping life forms with the force. I don't believe. I think
knocking the door. I'd rather try and avoid making noise if it can be avoided.
Okay, then I'll just meet you two out front. Then I'll be and I'll tell them I'll be right here waiting for them.
A quick question. Like this building right in front of the warehouse, does it have like any ladders or anything that would allow somebody to get to the roof, or no?
No. Any roof access would probably be from either the inside or not at all.
Unless you can climb on the outside, naturally, then.
Well, I'm gonna find a place that's not gonna make a scene. I'm gonna uncloak, and then while I'm waiting for them, I'm gonna use that minute to focus and get everything back before we go in. If that's okay with you, Sovik.
What again? Sorry.
I'm going to find a location where I told them I'd meet up, uncloak, and while I wait for them, I'm essentially gonna take the minute to focus myself and get my powers back
Okay.
for the upcoming whatever we're gonna do, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the rules are a little vague on how you get it back. Essentially, yeah, you just take a minute to meditate. So I thought I was asking first. All right, I'm gonna wait for Gil and Jen.
Okay, and Red, is R2 accompanying us as well?
No,
I'm on the ship.
no, R2 seems to be the focus. We're keeping him safe.
Okay, that's just I thought with the stealth roll he was coming along.
No, that would be hiding on the ship just because I could.
Fair enough.
You two walk up.
I guess.
Walking up to the warehouse.
There's no entrance, only inside out. I didn't make a door. I suggest we just walk in.
Before we open the door, I just want to like try and like see like if I can like how to phrase this.
Perception. You want to see if there's a trap or anything,
Yeah,
traffic, things like that.
Like security system, like this, just like maybe security system on the door, or if I hear people walking around on the inside, if I lean my ear against the door, something like that.
Sure. Perception.
I love how perception has become one of the most biggest skills we use because everything.
You don't really seem to hear anything inside besides just like general mechanical whirring.
I'm going to use my acute sense talent. I can re-roll the perception check, but I'll have to take the next roll as whatever it is, even if it's worse.
Okay. Yeah.
And you rolled up. Oh, had better by 4. I love the fact we have skill checks and things like that.
Okay. That. Trying to pull something up because I realized I forgot to do something. Yeah. Again, you just kind of hear sort of the general mechanical whirrings that you would kind of expect to hear inside of a shop with droids and other machines.
Okay. But did I also see like a keypad or like like an RFID sensor next to the door? Or whatever that equivalency would be for Star Wars. Like you scan card, door unlocks type thing.
There does appear to be like an entry panel. But but don't necessarily know what like the code to open it is.
I don't know.
Knock on the door.
Enter computers.
Get.
Yeah, I have used computer, so theoretically.
Well, Gin has already knocked on the door. So.
Oh, he's already knocked the door. Okay. I'm just going to like hide back like a bit in the shadow. They probably think I'm dead, so I'm just going to try and hide. So don't be a crappy roll. Trying to hide in the shadows, or what shadows there are.
Yeah, you hide. Still didn't get the door open.
Well, he knocked.
Yeah, okay, you knocked. Nothing happened. No, no one seems to be home.
Okay.
Like
Gil, you or me?
I'd like to go up to that the key panel, and using my use computer check. Does it look like I could maybe bypass, do maybe a bypass on that, so it will think we are legit employees and did whatever.
You're just asking to hack the panel, dude.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah, you're just asking to use security to open the panel.
God, if that doesn't work, I'm really worried.
I just rolled a 19 for that.
You get into the system. You slice the panel and you get in. Door opens.
Okay.
It's dark inside.
Open the door and move us in, and then close it as quietly as possible.
What's the first thing we say?
dark.
Yeah, first thing you see is it's dark.
This is gonna sound weird, but it's something I do. I'm gonna start smelling. Do I smell our fat Twi'lek friend? Because apparently my species has highly advanced
The place smells, but you don't necessarily smell him.
Is there a light switch near the wall or something?
There is.
Let's see. Can we see in the dark?
No, we not. At least I
I'm
can't.
trying to think if Cathar can. Like, they're cat species, so... That's not showing me.
Nope.
Nope.
No, don't see the dark.
Alright, I'm gonna... Fuck it. I'm gonna get ready and I'm
Can't
gonna...
see pure darkness, whatever that equates to.
I'm gonna get ready and... Gonna motion to the other two and flick on the lights.
I'm gonna, like, try and find something to hide behind as the lights get on. And...
Alright.
I'll give it
The
a
lights
thumbs
come
up.
on, and it's a warehouse full of droids, droid parts, and not a whole lot else.
We should probably come back in the morning.
It's almost like
What?
the place is closed and no one's here.
I
If
thought...
you want, I mean, you could like case the place for like any like information or anything, but like
Yeah, that's probably the best we can
if
do.
you're looking for a person, does not appear to be a person currently living here.
Yeah, no, I wanna...
Maybe spend an hour casing?
No, I wanna try to, without disturbing too much, try to see if we can find anything in here about what's going on. What about you two? Or do you guys want to just come back and just shoot him in the head and leave? I don't...
I mean, we're here. Might as well see what's here.
What would that be? What role would that be? Gathering their information? No, that's talking to people. What?
I mean, if you want to like just like looking for evidence of like what he's been up to,
Yeah.
that's just like I guess perception. Just look around, look for things that seem out of the ordinary.
Seems like perception's going to be our go-to for a lot
Yeah,
of things.
perception is kind of the good. Like the are you looking for something? Use perception, kind of. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Like, I know it feels weird. I keep like wanting to call for other things, but there really isn't. There's knowledge skills, there's perception, and there's persuasion and deception. You look around. The only thing really of note you find is there seems to be a locked office that has a computer inside of it that you can see through like the window of the door.
Do either of you know how to get into this office?
Well, lockpicking is not exactly a skill, but stealth I think would cover lockpicking. We could try and pick the lock.
Okay. Stealth and perception. Stealth and perception. Stealth and perception.
I mean, we're doing sneaky things, dude.
Yeah, I know.
21. That's kind of a below 10 roll.
Yeah, you stealth on over to the door,
No, he's trying to unlock it.
trying to pick the lock, and yeah, you jimmy the lock. It's another keypad lock, but this time you open it just by using some tricks to trick it into thinking that it's being unlocked, and it pops open, and you can get inside.
Okay. Computer's on or off?
The computer is currently off.
There's no papers in the room or any desk drawers or anything like that.
I mean, there are. I would also point out that none of you seem to have followed through the question of, is it on or off with, is there a button to turn it on? Which there is.
No, not the computer. He's taking care of the computer. I'm asking if
Okay.
there's like loose
Yeah,
papers.
no, there's like, invoices and things kind of lying around on like data slates.
Yeah, I'm trying to look. I can't do the computer
I mean,
stuff.
it's Star Wars. Paper is not really a thing.
Basically like the data slates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the Star Trek thing. There's just pads everywhere.
I'll look through the pads while he looks.
Alright, I turn the computer on. I hit the power
Alright.
button.
Computer's on, and it's asking for you to put in your authorized passwords and stuff.
Alright, let's try and slice this thing. Oh, come on, really?
The computer begins counting backwards.
Run,
It starts at 30.
run, run, run.
Let's just
Okay.
shoot it.
Fuck,
I'm
I'll
gonna
try
shoot
one
it.
more. I'll try one more. I'll try one more attempt.
Just as Gil's getting ready to shoot it, Mirani quickly taps a few other buttons, like, hang on, wrong button, and the countdown stops and it logs in.
I fat fingered it. I meant to hit the semicolon and not the quotation mark.
Okay. The computer accesses, and there seems to be a lot of information here. And a lot of it also locked behind a bunch of series of like other protected stuff. Much more than just a normal droid junk dealer should probably have.
What exactly can we get? Like, 'cause I
On,
imagine, like,
on
a
the
further
surface,
hard
it seems to be a more centralized collection of the information that Neo has gleaned so far from the data slates. It's his invoices over the years, notes about droids he's repaired and sold, as well as several different like sort of vague allusions to like various visitors, like they came again. He was here today, like sort of allusions to things he would understand reading it, but is trying to be as vague as possible.
So basically, I understand enough of the context. People who are looking at this would not get the context.
Yeah, they wouldn't know who he's referring to, and he doesn't seem to ever refer to any clients, even just the regular people he buy and sell droids from by name.
Is there anything here that looks like it might reference, like, came across, like, astromech droid, looks Imperial, people don't want to sell? Like that?
As you look for something like that, you come across one of the other more protected files that just says well, he's an idiot. It just says the droid.
I'm going to try and open the file. Is it asking for
Okay.
another password?
Yeah, it's asking for authorization again.
Quick question. In the
Kind of wish we brought R2 now.
question. In the office, is the light on or off?
Lights on.
I'm going to turn the light off, thus having the room illuminated by just the computer. And also,
Cool.
is there any windows?
No.
Oh shit. Well, that means one less thing to worry about, potentially. Okay. Guys, I suggest we get ready to run in case this thing decides it wants to do another countdown. Because this thing seems to be referencing our droid.
Do we want to maybe wait on this?
Yeah, probably be a good idea. I think we should
There was
get out.
already a countdown once
I
that
think we should
almost
just get out.
caused.
I'm just going to turn the computer off.
What is the computer like? What does it look like? So,
It kind of looks like just sort of a freestanding terminal with a screen and sort of a keyboard-like interface under the screen, kind of built into the same slope surface as the screen itself. That's just sort of like next to his desk.
okay.
Is it something we could take?
No, it is like part of the floor.
Yeah, I say we just come back in the morning.
I say we leave. I'm just going to turn
Yeah.
the computer off.
Anyways.
We need to go to the cantina anyways, and
I'm
this.
turning the computer off. I'm going to head out.
Yeah, let's.
the door.
I'm gonna make sure that everything is back the way we found it as we leave.
Also, yeah, I'm going to try and, like, re-lock the door. Do I need to roll another stealth to try and lock the door?
No, you can just lock it.
Alright, I lock the door. You're expecting me to forget to mention locking the door. weren't you?
No.
No,
Uh,
it's fine,
we
you
were-
lock the door.
We return everything to normal when we head to the cantina, I guess.
We turn the
Okay.
light out. We turn
Yes,
the lights
light
off.
off.
You put everything back as much as how it was as you remember and can do.
Yeah, this will seem like a silly question, but, like, is there, like, the equivalency of, like, a peephole on the door? Is there anybody standing
No.
outside the door?
There's no people.
Okay.
Also, the door's just been open this whole time.
Yeah.
You never closed it behind you.
Oh, shit. Well, we go out and close the door?
Okay, you go out and you close the door.
I'm pretty sure I said I closed the door.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
Word of God says no.
he's definitely hiding shit.
Yep.
All right, shall we go to the cantina and find our friend?
I'm gonna try and...
Gil, did you notice anything while you were there?
You know, there's the Twi'lek that wasn't there.
No, I mean at the cantina.
Oh, you go to the cantina. The cantina seems to be closed up, but the bartender you saved previously is there and greets you. In fact, let me hang on.
No, I was asking Gil if he noticed anything while he was at the bar before we called him back.
Or know your friends back.
Notice the Gamorrean making it rain.
That's like the whole point.
Yeah.
He didn't really see anything when he was there.
Okay.
Just stuff happened. Like, Gil didn't exactly say what he was looking for. Nothing really out of the ordinary for a cantina happened. So
I was looking for anyone else who seemed to be scoping out the place. Anyone who seemed to be staying for too long. But I got called out before I could really do that.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
At least while you were there, nothing seemed to happen.
We need to grab a scrap bucket before we head to the canteen anyways.
Okay.
All right, you go back to the ship, and
I guess, as they're going, I'll head to the cantina and just trying specifically to see if, by chance, we see any more Gamorreans.
Cantina's closed at this point. It's late enough at night.
Okay.
Yeah, it's late enough at night now. The cantina's
Okay, so it's not a 24-hour
ostensibly
thing.
closed up for the night, but the bartender guy that you guys helped is kind of hanging around outside.
If we're going back to the ship, I'm gonna grab my my all-weather cloak that I put back in there, just in case I need to
disguise yourself.
Disguise a person and bring him to the ship. Is what I'm gonna do. Okay, I just want to make a note that I have that.
Okay.
Okay.
So we get scrap bucket, and I guess we head to the...
bucket. You go ahead and you head on over to the cantina then. So the guy's out front, and he sees you come with scrap bucket, and he kind of waves you inside and heads inside, and there's the little frog guy again, and I'll just minimize it out of my way. And
Is R2 coming with us this time?
Yeah, I guess.
Alright, we're not going to the warehouse.
Yeah.
Okay. Head in.
all right, and he takes you, he waves you inside, heads in, and when you get inside with scrap bucket, Born's just kind of sitting at the bar, sipping a drink, and smiles when he comes in. He's like, "Oh, hello, friends. How you doing?"
Oh,
Surprised.
good to see you still alive.
Yeah, no, things got a bit hot for old Vorn. Had to lie low a bit, but was holding out on skipping town until after you guys got back, since I was expecting you and all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell the barkeeper. I'm glad you made it.
He kind of nods. Thanks.
I'm gonna go into the bar.
I let him know that Rust Bucket is on our ship.
He brought Rust Bucket.
Yeah, we brought him.
Yeah, I know
Oh.
you did. Hang on.
I didn't see him, so I thought.
Red, why is your character upside down?
Come on, Rust Bucket.
I don't know.
He's breakdancing.
Why is my character upside down?
You
Was
can
it
control. Yeah.
Yeah, R2 decided he wanted to breakdance.
I don't even remember how I did that. Hold on.
I mean, there's
Your
a thing
character,
where
do you
you
see, like,
rotate,
the-
and there's also a flip vertical and flip horizontal.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how to do that.
Right. You know, when you click the character, you see this arrow, this line that goes up, kind of in the middle part area.
Yeah. Click on your character, and there's a little
You can also
square.
right click and just under advanced is the flip vertical, flip horizontal, set dimensions.
Yeah.
That advanced shiz.
So,
I don't
Vorn,
It's kind of stuck underneath the green circle.
well, we have the information, and we would like to give it. We need some information from you, real quick. Don't mind.
What can I help you with, boys?
The fat Telik tried to kill us.
Oh, is that who made all that commotion?
For some reason, he's very interested.
Bit of a kerfuffle. Someone just got shot right in the back of the head. We heard.
For some reason, he really wants me.
Yeah.
Any idea where that might be?
I can't
Unclear.
imagine why. He's just a random, like, white and blue astromech droid.
Actually, I was black.
I mean, he wasn't
he had a
white
new character.
before. I can't help but notice you changed the paint job there.
Yeah.
Before we left. After all, I helped you with that.
Yeah. He's the one that helped pay
Yeah,
him,
I'm silver now. Why is my token not silver? Like
Because you didn't use your new token. You just kept the old one that was already here.
Yeah, that's their old token from when we last on this.
Yeah, the tokens stay persistent on the maps.
Yeah, he tried to clumsily put a tracker on Jin here, and when Jin passed it off to somebody else, that person got popped in the back of the head.
I would like to state I did not expect that to happen.
No one's judging you. Do you have any idea what could be going on? This seems more than he's just a normal scrap dealer.
I mean, he's no more than anyone else has got weird dealings going on around here. I got my own weird dealings. But seems a bit out of the ordinary for him, a bit aggressive. He's more of a meets people at weird hours at a shop and they come and go, and that's that kind of guy.
We think he's got some dealings with the Empire.
Well,
there we go.
I do remember you mentioning before, but again, I don't know nothing about that, and that's not something anyone in this town would openly go around advertising if they were. We don't exactly like the Empire types around here.
I think we asked him before we left if he would put some feelers out for what was going on. Did he do that?
No, he said he didn't want any part of it.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, Gil seems to be best at explaining this stuff.
Actually, no, that was the Timo stuff. No, he did kind of put out feelers, but he didn't really find anything new.
Okay.
He didn't really have time.
But yeah, that was about what's his name, Roderick or Rodbick or whatever.
Yeah, the guy who betrayed Timo.
Wrong.
Like, I don't want no part of fucking that. Yeah, no, the Twi'lek guy he didn't really have time to go do anything with because he kind of had to go into hiding real quick.
So about what you were looking for, do you have payment?
Yes, of course. I always got payment on me. He kind of pulls out some credits. He's like, I don't think we really discussed exact payment at the time. So what do you got for me? And I might slip a number your way and we can negotiate a little.
Hassle to find you. 500 credits. We tell you everything we know about the droids.
Just pops 500. He just pops 500 credits on down on the table. There you go, Sonny.
Willing to give him the coordinates of the location. These droids are being produced by a separatist reclamation facility run by a few Nemoidians and Geonosians.
Interesting. My friends will be interested in that, certainly. I'll have to let them know when I skip town, since they got to get me off world and all anyway. Probably won't be around these parts again for a while, at least not till Timo's still about.
With that in mind, do you want us to get you off world?
Oh, it's a wonderful offer and all, but I got people.
Yeah, we're about to
I
blow
don't
town
look it, but I'm
pretty
well
soon, too.
connected.
I just love his fucking face. I love this icon.
It's a pretty good icon.
You like weird red green?
He does. He just looks like a
Space red green.
Yeah, he's space red green. I want to imagine he's just got duct tape everywhere in that shop.
All I mean is a scrap bucket's called Scrap Bucket. He's not exactly the prettiest droid.
I just love that motherfucking face. Well, do you have any other work for us or any jobs? We got nothing on the horizon right now.
No, not really. I mean, certainly I'll keep an ear to the ground for you boys if I ever need to reach out and get someone to find some good intel like this ever again. But you know which ways you might be heading? I might have a cousin out that way. I got lots of cousins.
I kind of beep and kind of remind that we have business opportunities lined up for us still in one particular place.
And what space, Narshada wise?
Oh yeah, no, I got a cousin Barn out that way. You might want to look him up when you get to Nar Shaddaa. Runs a bar out that way, a bar casino type deal. Always many things going in and out of his place.
I'm back.
Is it Barn? Because it was
Yeah,
Val.
Barn.
It was Val. It was Val last time you told us, Born.
Oh, yeah, no, Val's my other cousin.
They both should have.
Yeah. Although Val moved a little after you guys left. He's kind of out more toward Dantooine now these days.
So Val's near Dantooine. Okay.
I just want to imagine a ton of red greens in the galaxy that are all shadowy fucking junk dealers. Like Nurse Joy, but just better.
You've cracked the code already on the NPC.
Discuss.
I don't have any other things I need you fellas to do. I mean, I might have some information if you're looking for any, depending on what you're looking for. Unfortunately, I don't know too much about your fat Twi'lek enemy here, or friend, or whatever he is to you.
Acevedo's is open.
Is what open?
You know how late Acevedo's is open?
Which place was it? That was the weapon shop, right?
Yep.
They're usually closed by now, but they also open pretty early in the morning.
That's all I need.
Oh, Vaughn, it was nice getting to know you.
Certainly. Like I said, keep an eye out for my cousins. We're all over the place, always moving, always finding new opportunities. I'll have my shop quietly sold under the table before Timo even knows I was still in town, and out before anyone ever catches me.
You the best.
Is there anything else you guys want to take care of or talk about here?
Nope.
No,
We need to get leaving while the leaving's good.
I mean, that's the question. Are we going to try and take revenge on the Twi'lek, or are we just going to leave?
We can ignore him.
He tried to kill one of us. He dies.
Good point.
I mean, that's not very profitable.
Doesn't matter.
Him just being dead, I'll point that out.
Yeah.
Simple.
Okay.
Why? You invite him in onto the ship.
He's made enough.
We seal
Made
it.
enough
We seal the loading bay.
Sorry. What Flux?
profit in recent time. There's enough time for personal matters.
You want me to go down there and invite him onto the ship? Is that what you're saying, Jen?
No, we just do a shop and shoot him.
Yeah, I think that's for the best. This is a borderline lawless town. As long as we pay our dues to Timo, I don't think anyone's gonna care if this fucker
Tried to kill us, we killed him. That's how it works.
Agreed?
Sounds good. Boris, you've tried to kill me. Prepare to die.
Well,
rest up and come back out in the morning.
yeah.
Okay,
I'm just
go ahead and do so. And for some reason, this thing isn't fucking updating, but whatever. All right.
As we're heading out, I'm actually going to be wearing the all-weather clothing, so that should at least help me look different. And my hope is that he could not tell a Cathar from another.
Oh, it's your hope.
That's my hope.
How are things in town in the morning as we start to head out?
Minus me, because I am not going anywhere near that warehouse.
Are you leaving like really early, like first light kind of early, or?
Yeah, I'm leaving first light.
First light.
There's a bit of activity, but it seems to mostly just be people going to their workplaces, and it's not the normal hustle and bustle you've come to expect with this place in the middle of the day.
If R2 is staying on the ship, I kind of want R2 to have the ship ready to take off in case we come in running.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I have piloted.
It's still on the ship? Or is he
No, Scrap Bucket left with Vorn. Brought him back.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
All right. Do we notice any things on the way, like anybody's keeping a watch out or anything, or is it just normal stuff? Early morning, people sleepy-eyed going to work.
Everything seems normal. Can I get a perception check if you're going to try and notice anything like specific like that, though?
Okay.
You notice some of the sort of rough piratey looking types do actually seem to be keeping an eye on you a little bit as you kind of go down past where like the medical center and space control and stuff is.
I'm gonna poke Gil and Jen and try to quietly point out that we are being on watch.
I'll look to where he's pointing and nod back.
Do we want to make it? Do we want to make them? Do we want to let them know they've been made, or do we just keep going?
Keep going.
I prefer
Keep going.
Just keep going.
All right. I guess we just keep traveling.
Yep.
You mentioned the weapon shop. Are we stopping by there first, Gil?
What I planned would have required us to set it up at night.
Oh.
So passive out of kept late hours.
Then.
We're seeing a Twi'lek sit on a mine. It would have been great.
That'd be an extra whoopee cushion.
God, that would have been great. I'm sorry. Sorry we advanced time. Sounds like it would have been perfect. Alright, okay. What do we see, dude?
Alright, you get to the warehouse. Weirdly enough, it doesn't look like you opened this morning. But the door's open. But there doesn't seem to be any sort of like activity of commerce or any signs of anyone inside.
And we did close the door.
Walk up to the open door, knock on the side. Orn? No, not Orn. Orish?
Orish?
There's no answer, but you can see some of his his junked up droids just kind of meandering about aimlessly, kind of beeping among themselves.
Droids, where's Orish?
They just kind of beep at you in binary.
What do they say?
They say, owner gone to spaceport control.
You relay that to him. Spaceport control.
Okay, let's have the spaceport control. We need to make a deal with this Twi'lek.
Yeah.
All right.
I said 10K, right? That's a pretty damn good deal.
Yeah, 10K.
Okay.
It's all set there. All right, you got spaceport control, which we have.
I was gonna ask Gil, does he have a grenade? Can we improvise an explosive if this fucker gets back to his base before we leave?
Back to space.
Yeah. All right. Never mind. Let's go.
All right, you have arrived at spaceport control. The pirates guys kind of saw you coming, but and took off toward that way. But you don't see them anymore as you kind of go up the street to the spaceport control, and the place is just kind of deserted out front.
I do not like this. I'm just gonna like quickly look around to see like if I see signs of movement, like maybe people trying to get into like.
Yeah.
Like,
do we see signs of like an ambush?
I'm
using cute sense to re-roll that.
It's got that strong, it's quiet, too quiet energy going on. As this fine gentleman comes out.
Yeah.
Hey.
I know.
That looks familiar.
You the folks with the droid?
You the person with the 10K?
10K is inside.
Sure.
I'm sure we can come in and come to an agreement.
Did Red stay or did he come
He
with?
stayed.
I stayed. I knew this was going to be bad for me.
Okay. He leads you inside, and hang on.
Now hold on. I'm walking right behind him, keeping his body in between me and anything in front of him.
Okay.
I'm right
it's a good
behind.
thing you're doing that because you get to. here. We're gonna do a nice big reveal area.
Real weird.
Nice big reveal.
Real weird when I turn out to be a third party for these men.
It's gonna be like, "Oh, boys, I'm with you. We're fine here."
Oof.
Oh yeah, no, this is not okay. This
they
is
are
not okay in
trading-
HUD space.
They are training their guns on you right now. And one of the troopers, they're all sand trooper armor, by the way. Just gonna be fucked up. Bother changing all their icons. Says, walk into the room slowly with your hands up.
That is.
That is.
not good.
Can I? I'm gonna. If no one else has anything to open this with, I'm gonna pick up this fucking panel and throw it at all 5 of them.
That panel is part of the floor.
It'd rip if I roll high enough. It'd get ripped out. Okay.
You can try.
Okay,
What? Sorry, you have something instead?
enough. And then I'm gonna toss a grenade right here.
Okay, while he's doing that, I'll try my thing too.
Hang on, I'm also gonna go ahead and do one more thing as you toss that grenade, which will bring us into initiative. But first, hang on. Am I on reveal
Alright.
area?
That's no way.
Where you are, you've got some interesting line of sight.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Just a Gungan chilling in the office in a chair.
I'm gonna make you earn the dark side point I take for you.
Oh boy. Wait a sec. Isn't that our friend from before?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It's Evil Jar Jar.
Alright,
Okay, we're rolling. We're rolling. Okay.
I had to scroll down because I didn't actually. I zoomed in a little too much and didn't see that you exposed that area. Shit.
I had my character hit and I rolled. Why didn't it go on the turn order?
Why do they want me so bad?
They're dicks. I'm gonna change it to 23, but let's try again. Never fucking mind.
oh, for fuck's sake, come on.
Okay.
Okay. One open 9. One open.
Let me roll that double agent skill check so they don't think I'm an enemy after I've thrown that grenade. Sorry, Butterfingers. I'm so sorry.
Wasn't there? There was somebody else. Ah!
Hey, if you roll high enough persuasion check, they might believe you.
I always try to use the. Just gonna use that at the start of this.
I'm having some very annoying technical difficulties. I can't open someone's sheet that I need to open that's still in the fog. Hang on a second.
Possibly because it's still in the fog.
What?
Boy, I even deleted it. I'm just gonna.
I'm sorry, Flux. What did you say?
23, not a 31.
Oh yeah.
They've been having some character sheet issues. I had a similar issue. I couldn't close someone's sheet earlier after I finished editing it.
Yeah, it happens.
So I'm just gonna quit, come back in. Hopefully now I should be able to open up all the sheets I need. Yes, thank you. Ad, stop playing. Okay.
Well, it is a little more stable than.
I
what
need to
used
know: are we
use.
prioritizing all the people in the room, or are we prioritizing that fucking Gungan?
I think we're prioritizing the many people in front of us.
Bit too late to discuss this.
Yeah, it is.
Roll his initiative first.
At least we know who tried to shoot Carrie.
Yes, but who shot Mr. Burns?
Quite a few people in here. Which one shot Kiri?
Well, I would have think it would have been this douchebag, the one that can fucking hide himself.
Who?
The douchebag here.
The Gungan who was sitting in an office that we couldn't see? That's the skill that makes you think he killed Kiri?
The fact that he pretended dead, hid, and fled on the ship.
I got it. I see. It's like if they're force sensitive, it means they're important and they can kill people. The other people obviously couldn't have done it.
No.
They've displayed no skills at doing things, as opposed to the Gungan who displayed a random other subset of skills.
Yo. I'm sorry, Flux. Are you in a bad mood or something?
Ah, it's fine. It's fine, Jedi. Keep thinking only force sensitive people are important.
I did say that. You're the one putting words in my fucking mouth.
What the fuck does force sensitivity have to do with trying to kill Kiri?
I didn't say that.
You did. You said we know who tried to kill Kiri.
Yeah. This douchebag. The one that we already encountered. The one that already knows us.
Okay.
The one that already fled from us.
Tie that to trying to kill Kiri. Versus the rest of the people who also have guns trained on us.
Fine,
Yes.
whatever. Revenge. I was thinking they were coming at us for revenge, but whatever.
Well, there's 5 sand troopers in front of you.
If he, in fact, of the people, it's least likely him because he knows that person wasn't Kiri.
Yeah, he does have a point there.
You know, you
Yeah.
do have a point.
I
Yeah,
imagine
no.
he knows Cathar equal cat thing. Human equal
Yeah, no.
cat
You
thing.
gotta.
Ugnaught. Was it an Ugnaught? Nah, or Cathar. I'm sure it was an Ugnaught. I'm going to take this shot.
Yeah.
The Ugnuts. Those are like the little elephant things, right?
Bith, try talking to him, and Bithy's making him your friend. Whistle and take him out. I assume you guys are like the Namekians. Actually, you might be with the whole frequency hearing thing.
Yeah. Actually, weirdly, we don't have hearing-based stuff. We have fucking scent-based stuff. Apparently, Bith have very good noses.
Yeah, most don't go into your whole frequency hearing thing.
What?
Just don't go into your whole frequency hearing thing.
Fair enough.
And lastly, pirate captain friend. All right, so Gil's checked the grenade, so Gil gets to go first. As sort of if Gil's grenade gets to go first, and you're checking it right here in front of the stormtrooper.
Yeah, right here. The hit. Actually, you're right. That might be better off.
You want to throw it where it'll just hit like 5 guys? Solve half this problem real quick.
Hopefully.
Yeah, really. I'm hoping for a fast resolution.
Yeah, I'll toss it right here.
Okay.
Make a tech roll. Okay, it's gonna say blaster shot, but it's not.
Mm.
17.
7 hits all of them.
Okay.
The 7 troopers. Seven damage that's doing to each of them.
Oh no, that's the blaster shot. It's not a blaster shot.
Okay. Yeah, 17 hits all of them. 12. 12, I believe, is enough to down all of them. Stormtroopers only had 10, so. Down.
Now, down means that it hits their threshold, but does it, or are they dead?
Damage went over their thresholds. So they're dead. And as for the pirates, so I can just close their sheets once I confirm this. Pirates are super dead. I believe it's 1 and Pirate 2.
I hope the Gungan recognized these are the grenades his team gave me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that your last one out of that group, or do you still have a few more? Okay.
Okay. The next weapon shop we stop at. I've been getting good money out of these.
She's gonna. I'll put this icon on the stormtroopers. I don't think they're dead. My calculations are correct. They're just barely clinging to life. In danger of going unconscious. But that also brings us to Gil's just regular turn.
Okay. Gil's gonna dash over here. Get himself against the. Actually, can you reveal the rest of this?
Yeah, I'm gonna reveal the rest of that for you. Now that you can see it.
I mean, I want to stay here. Like, I'm still here, but I can't really tell if there's any cover or anything over there. Because like half the wall was covered. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, just gonna cover.
Got super worried because from far range that looked like a lightsaber hilt. Like, oh no, we're running.
It's Marth Ader. Okay, it's Darth Vader's retarded cousin.
All right.
Gil's going to.
I kind of want Gil to run by and just chuck a grenade into the office and keep running.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
Run here. Say catch Oresh, chuck the grenade, leap over, and hide behind cover that back here.
Oh god.
Okay, hang on just a moment. I gotta look something up here. Neotag, for completely unrelated reasons, can you catch things with the Force as a reaction?
As a reaction when it comes to move object, you can throw one. An object. I don't think you can just grab it unless you're prepped for it.
Skill or anything.
Yeah, you have to have a skill.
It has to be a move action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although, if you want to give me the cool factor, I can shoot at it while it's grabbed by him.
If you want to try and roll for it.
Actually, I don't think move object. I don't think there is, but there is a way to grab objects and I just don't have the power.
If you want to give me the cool factor, we can just make this part of my roll and actually toss it in there.
Okay. You'll make that roll. I'm just going to make this unrelated roll.
Well, yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's a move action. It's not a.
22, bud.
Okay. You chuck the grenade, and as you shoot at it, it almost seems like it hovers in midair a moment. But then the blaster bolt connects with it, and it blows up in the office. And what's the damage going to be for that?
11.
Okay. Well, you got the Twi'lek. He is blown the fuck up. The imp officer actually appears to have kind of ducked behind the table a little bit, but let's see. Hang on. What is?
Oh god, it's an officer.
That's half cover, yeah.
Neo?
I don't believe grenades. It's an area attack. I don't believe cover does anything for him.
Yeah, he tries to duck in the cover, but you actually just hit him enough that he gets blasted into the wall instead. It kind of slumps. His armor's still intact, so he's like the other stormtroopers. He's just kind of like, eh. Your Gungan friend, on the other hand, here.
If this dude matrixed this.
Like we had a combat, and it wasn't me this time. Gil's just chucking grenades everywhere.
Never let it be said that there are very few problems that can be solved with the helpful application.
He seems to just take it.
Oh no.
He just DBZ no-selled it?
He kind of like makes a very dramatic show of like, oh no, I've got to like duck away. But his hand kind of like moves in a seemingly deliberate way, and for some reason, like the brunt of the explosion doesn't seem to hit him.
Oh no, he's got negate energy.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Frag grenades are 46.
All right, add another d6.
Let's add another 5 to these guys and these guys who would have been up here.
Okay, well, definitely all the stormtroopers and the officer dead. The Gungan just a tiny bit more cranky.
Well, that did eliminate a lot of potential.
It doesn't negate energy. Grenades aren't energy damage.
That was just flavor for him.
Yeah, that was fragmentation grenade.
Yeah, that was flavor for him taking the blast, but not getting massive damage.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay, that brings us to the pirate, who's going to come out, see the situation. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And kind of start backing toward the door. And as he does, he's just going to kind of take a passing pot shot at Flux here with a blaster pistol he's pulled out.
Behind cover.
He's got cover.
Concerned that won't hit me with cover. The basic reflex is a 19. I think cover is.
Cover adds, I think, +5, was it?
Total
not
concealment is a plus 10? No, that's for stealth. I don't. I'll have the book open and give me a second.
+5 is a cover. So yeah, no, it doesn't hit.
And as he's backing away and kind of takes you, he's like, hello again, friends. Fancy meeting you here. I'll just be leaving now. Goodbye.
Don't let him leave alive.
Oh,
Fly.
I will take. He's got a melee in his hand. The guy right in front of me, right?
The guy in front of you, actually. I think he does. I think he's the guy who's got the. He's got a cutlass. It says Vibrax on a sheet, but I'm saying it's a vibro cutlass.
Okay, this is risky, but I do not want that Gungan getting out of here. I'm going to look at Jin and say, take care of it. Take care of this guy, and I'm going to try and think I could do, what is it, tumble? There is something I could do where, acrobatics to avoid getting hit. I believe. Give me a second.
Chuck the alien at the Gungan.
Oh God, that's actually. Oh no, you got an idea. I'm not moving at all. I'm gonna reach up the guy right in front of me. I'm gonna move object on him.
Okay.
I'm gonna chuck him at the Gungan.
Okay. I'm going to roll a cool roll here for a moment. As you do that.
The rule of cool move.
Let's see. What is it? I have to exceed his reflex defense to do this.
Who's reflex defense? The Twi'leks or the Gungans?
This guy's.
Okay.
To get him in the force thing. Let me roll my use of force check. Hopefully, gonna be high.
No, you have to exceed his will, and if you're hurling it at someone else, you have to exceed the second target's reflex.
Okay, that's a 31.
Yeah,
that worked.
Yeah, I think. Yeet.
Pretty sure he's getting yeeted.
All right. He's being.
I'm gonna break out a use of force. I'm gonna use a force point too to increase damage of this hit.
Okay.
That should be 4d6 now, because instead of 2d6, because he's only a medium size. But I'm going with cool, not with what will do the most damage here. 9 damage to this dude, but I don't know. And then I roll again. No, 9 damage for him because he got thrown, and then now I do damage for him, right? Or is it only one roll?
I'm not entirely sure how that works. Hang on, let me just check how that Twi'lek's
What's the
doing.
wording?
Well, either way, that Twi'lek is unconscious to begin with, so we can worry about the captain in a moment. Just
do I do 2 rolls for damage if it's 2 different people, or do I only do 1?
I think you only do 1 because it's still 1 attack.
I think you're doing 10d6. I think the damage.
Oh, right. It's based on. It doesn't matter if they're smaller size. It's based on the use of force
Of
check.
course, determines both damage and size, but they're not connected.
So it's 8. No, this will be 10d6 damage. Never mind.
All right, so roll
6
more.
66 more.
Wonder Woman blood splats.
Brave as
Look, I couldn't. I would like to, but I couldn't Grundy him. So this is the next best thing. Oh, god damn it! Roll 6. That should have worked. Why didn't that roll?
Because there was a
Period in
period.
the front.
Oh, I did. So that's 30 damage.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
much
Well,
better.
even if the Twi'lek wasn't very dead from your rolls, he is also very dead by what his captain did with a prepared action in case you tried some force nonsense. As the Twi'lek comes towards him, he drops his pistol and cuts the man in half with a lightsaber in midair so the body goes around and misses him. It is a red saber.
Well then.
Oh, you should have done that.
Hey,
Good help, so hard to find.
I don't remember. Does Red equal bad guys with your religion?
Yes, as I move up. I still have a move action. I think that's as far as I can go.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just keeps going. 2 body parts.
As he does that, then both of my sabers come out as I move up because I can do that as a move action with my move. All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, that brings us to the next trooper, who's not dead, who's going to go ahead and take a shot here. Twi'lek Pirate's dead. I can close his sheet. Officer is dead. I can close his sheet. And Trooper Man is going to go ahead and fire his rifle
At who?
at Kiri. This guy's shooting at Kiri. Probably
Okay.
missed.
13, that's a miss.
So I have a question. Is there like security cameras that I can remote into to watch what's going on?
If you're not at the building now.
Okay.
Yeah, for everything I've read, it's pretty much...
You
everything seems
can,
to operate on a
however,
closed circuit
Hear
loop.
the weird, disjointed chaos of whatever's going on.
Yeah, you get an audio version of whatever's going on because I have my thing
Yeah.
open.
I was just wondering if I could get visual to see the guy pull out the lightsaber.
Alright, and the stormtrooper is going to go up over here and duck behind this console here. And that's his turn. The other still living trooper is going to move up here, take cover behind this console, and take a shot at Gil.
I'm gonna do it over here, and I still had some cover. Oh, damn it! I do my. Oh no, I don't give a shit.
Oh no! Oh god, no! Yeah.
And the Biff, who's a dumbass, is just going to try and shoot the Jedi.
Yeah, you say that. Last time you said dumbass, I got critted. So.
Actually, wasn't the Biff that did it too?
No, it was
Yeah.
the,
Imperial officer.
it was the
Okay.
officer.
Which hopefully, since that one is dead, you should be safe.
I don't even need to deflect. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he misses.
It shoots wide.
Okay. I'm gonna take a
I like how I turned to Jin and said, "Take care of him." Then you see me stop for a second and just
Hang on a
reach.
minute.
Yeah, wait a minute. Reach out my head, and all Jin sees is the dude seize up, go, "Oh God," and then get tossed away.
Just like Frieza finger lifts the man and just yeets him with like a little twick of the finger.
Okay.
Because I'm hearing all this commotion, I am definitely getting the ship.
You're getting
Howard.
prepped for launch.
Yeah,
Okay.
just so as soon as they get to the hangar, I can start lifting
when
off.
we get back to the top of the initiative order, the ship will start prepping.
Okay. So, I looked it up. Apparently, my understanding of my repeater was a little bit off. All attacks that are considered area of effect. So, if I were to target this Bith, I'd also be effectively targeting the Stormtrooper behind it.
Yes, that's.
So,
You're essentially shooting in a small cone and hoping to hit.
so let us go. Oh, little Bith. How are you going to make this?
Oh, the Bith isn't in cover, but the Trooper is. Let's see. I don't think that
21.
Yes, that'd be 21 against both of these guys.
You know what? Yeah, even with the cover, that's still enough to just hit the Trooper and do more than enough damage that you've just shredded these two men and the console.
I will point out, Kira, you take a -5 unless you brace.
That's only if it's, but if it's an auto-fire only weapon, then it is -2. The repeater is auto-fire only.
No, yeah, if it's auto-fire only, you may brace by taking 2 swift actions.
Yeah,
and then
so I take the 2 swift. Yeah, I should have mentioned 2 swift actions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to move into the room, or are you going to stay in there and cover?
You can't.
By removing the swift actions, I can't move, unfortunately.
You could convert your move action into a swift action. I didn't realize. Yeah. Oh, cool. I'll need to keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's how the multiple swift actions in space combat work, where it's like, hey, you can do 3 swift actions at a turn to just immediately do like a repair by basically being like, all I do this turn is repair.
That's cool. I like that.
You can convert standard or move into swift.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's
right.
my turn.
That brings us back around to Gil. Off in the distance, our droid friend is getting the ship ready to go because he can hear that something's going down over where you guys are, and Gil's turn has come again.
I like to imagine there was basically like a very laser light show that just happened.
Click scan the consoles. There are any like closed doors button?
Yes. There appears to be a button that will raise a barricade at the entrance.
I hit that button.
All right. The entrance down here is now blocked off by a gate.
So right here,
right where it says entrance, where the stairs are.
Oh, okay.
That consider my action?
Yep.
Okay. Then I guess at this point. Give Orish a swift kick as I get into the room.
Alright, that brings us to Pirate Captain. Who... Back out, see what he...
By the way, splatting a guy into a wall, I think, may be a dark side action, don't you?
Yeah, that may have been.
Well, it wasn't intentional to splat.
You did not expect the captain to just fucking cut the man in half in air.
Yeah, kind of.
It was just kind of a yeeting to trip both of them up.
You watched a lot of cartoons.
All right,
and that's how it
it's a force point to make it strong. So.
Yeah, because I really didn't want him getting away.
He's gonna go to here, and I'm gonna double check something real quick because he's a Gungan.
And now that he's exposed himself as a Sith, it's fair game.
I could get to him, barely, but I can get to him on my turn.
I say we figure out if Teemo has bounties on Sith.
I need to look at the wording of.
I don't know, this is the weird version where they don't have the super jumping for some reason for Gungan, so this will just be something he just tries to do. Okay. He moves over to here and he just kind of does a nice graceful backflip up onto the top of the wall.
Okay.
That's his turn. All right, Bly.
Is this not inside? This feels like an inside room. It's got
an outside room.
It's got seats and a fucking welcome desk.
Yeah, it's an outside seating area.
Why would the barrier go up down here and not here where it's clearly gay?
Terribly designed building.
Okay.
You save your Gungan friend. They don't want us to crit Gungan.
I was gonna do another one.
Could you yeet him back inside the building?
Of course.
I can slam him down and give us a chance. That's what I was gonna do. Because it'll knock him prone if it works. It should knock him off the wall on our side, I hope. So that's what I'm gonna do. Here we go. Use a force check. I'm gonna try and force slam him. 19.
Not
Gotta
nearly
be
as
higher
good.
than his fortitude defense.
Please be low.
Higher
because
than
it's
his
Gundam.
fort?
Please be low because it's Gundam.
No. That is not higher than his fort.
Can I use a force check to use what is it, a force point to increase it?
Yeah, that's how you
Alright.
I'm gonna. So that's now a 25 against his fort check.
25. Ah, shit. I closed the wrong thing.
point out, since I looked it up to tempt Neo with Force Choke. Force Choke is not a dark side action in Star Wars Saga Edition.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's counted as Force Grip, and it is only an athletic move.
Oh, I thought because I thought it had dark on it when I looked at it.
On the wiki, it doesn't.
Cool. I love
So
not
it's
being
neutral
able to
power.
see the character sheet because it's fucking not loading and not closing. Actually, you just there connection timed out.
You just got it.
I got a connection timed out on the character sheet.
Yeah, they've been having character sheet issues.
I fortunately his stat block's actually something I've got on my phone as well, so I'm just gonna you just hit his fort and pull him down.
All right, I'm going to use another force point to increase the damage. Hopefully, to knock this fucker out. This is going to. He's knocked prone.
Okay.
And he take 6d6 bludgeoning damage. He's just knocked to the ground. How do you want? How high was the wall?
About 10 feet.
Does he take any fall damage because he's being forced to the ground added to this?
Not from 10 feet.
You can 1 force point per round. Yeah.
Oh, I could only do one? Okay, then.
Yep.
4, then. 16 damage?
16? Hang on.
Some good rolls.
Okay, 16 damage it is. He seems much more scuffed up now.
Okay, that's my turn. Wait, no, do I? No, that was it. It took me 1 second. If I can move forward when I will. It was right there. 1, 3, 4, 5. No, that's as far as I can go. Turns.
Shit, I just went by both storms. Yeah, I did.
Go to, yeah.
Yeah, I went too fast. Alright, so it's technically the Stormtrooper's turn, because I fucked up. And he's gonna...
The only one that
I don't
was
think he
me.
has a shot on anyone. Oh, well, me, I guess.
Vivek.
Yeah, he's got the best shot. That's not a pretty shot on Kiri.
He had a shot on me, but then he moved.
Yeah. Well, he's not gonna fuck with the Jedi.
That
I'm not really
shot's gonna get reflected back, and he's like, I ain't gonna be that dumbass that shoots at the Jedi.
This character sheet load.
You go with
I don't know who this trooper is, but he's like, no, I've been through this before. I saw Jeff get shot like this. Ain't happening here.
Yeah, you got to go with the
16,
with the
that is a
Vibra baton.
miss. That is a miss.
All right. And now it is your turn.
Okay.
Great.
He's in cover, so that already confers a -5. Well, +5 to him. -2.
Definitely use help down here for the record.
I'm going to move down. Give me a second to quickly do a little quick math. Okay. Using this route, I'm going to move to this spot here, the 40-foot mark,
Okay.
And going to try and blast this guy here. It'll be subtract 3 from my. I've already factored in the -2 for the repeater, so subtract 3 from this because it's not being braced. 21.
Yeah, I think with him being flat-footed, that should definitely be a hit. Actually,
He's prone,
No.
so doesn't he have
He's
bonuses
prone.
for being prone?
no, it does not. It does not hit him.
Oh.
You were close, but no cigar.
And I had a good damage roll.
Yeah, you did.
Actually, it's a good damage roll for him.
Yeah. 10, 7, 8. That's really good roll.
All right, that brings us to Gil.
Goes over here. Takes the rapid fire shot at the Gungan.
Okay.
Uses a destiny point to turn into a crit.
Okay.
Take
Completely forgot about that.
We don't get destiny points back when we level up, do we?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so, so I still only have 2 left.
Hence why I've just kind of never used them, because they never replenish.
All right.
Yeah.
And how much is that going to be?
points of damage.
I'm sorry, I cut out.
As a crit in that 40?
Yep.
I think so. 40. He is definitely unhappy.
I am scared.
That's not actually loading anything. All right, so he's So you've actually managed to move him down the condition track.
How high is his threshold? Fuck.
30. And that brings us back to his turn. He is definitely the worst for wear. He is just hanging on. And let's see, he's prone now, so he's got to take a moment to get up as an action. And he's just going to kind of look around and put his put on a bit of a smile and say, "I don't suppose you'd accept the surrender."
Is that his turn?
Do you intend to shoot us in the back?
Yeah, that is his turn. He used his move to get up, but he can't get in melee range, and he dropped his pistol, so he doesn't have it.
Okay. I'm using 1 saber so I don't take a -5. This is fucking. He's very clearly hard to hit. Oop. Gonna battle strike him.
Oof.
Wait, cut me down and I will come back stronger than you ever imagined.
I bet I miss. Come on, it's me.
You just have a ghost Gungan following you around.
Fly.
Okay, first thing I gotta do is
And the best part is, I don't think we can see the
every
Force Ghost.
power requires me to do this. Okay, that's an 18 with equals. Okay, that's what it equals. That now I do this with this. I'm gonna use a destiny point to make that hit. I don't care. He's got to go. Make that a crit.
Okay. You make that a crit, and
Which wait, not done. Crit and I use one of my force points. He's using the black. He's using the red. So that means it's an extra 3d6 damage.
okay. I'm just gonna point this out at the same time because we're going to have to pretend you had him at the 17.
Oh, I don't have the destiny. I thought he had a AC of like.
No, you missed, but I'm just saying, like, just the 17 damage alone after you made it a crit killed him, let alone the crit damage.
Fair enough.
You don't need to spend time
Okay.
calculating your extra unnecessary damage. He is dead.
Fine. Okay, fine. I still have to roll the 1d. Fine. He's gone.
I just say you can skip explaining it because we've already gone past 10. He is dead. You have killed the Gungan.
Well, look at this.
Yay!
We can't see. I don't think we can see force ghosts. It's only you.
I'm gonna.
That would be correct.
All right. I want to hear. I want to listen for perception. Oh wait, no. One of them's still alive. Battle's not done.
Yeah,
That's correct.
there's still a Stormtrooper
Yep.
alive.
And then Stormtrooper just seeing a room full of dead bodies. Like, did they leave? Am I alive? Do I get to live?
Probably evaluating his life choices right now.
That's my turn.
Yeah, okay, it's the Stormtrooper's turn, and he's just ducking lower behind the console. Alright, Gary, it's your turn.
I'm going to move to here, and I'm going to say, you surrender?
Kind of free action back,
Yeah.
yeah?
Toss your weapon.
You hear in your mic or in your headset, no witnesses in binary.
Yeah. Checks his rifle up over the counter if we're ending combat initiative.
That will be my turn.
That'll be up to Gil. Gil's next,
Yeah.
and Gil's take no prisoners type of guy.
Hence me trying to make it easier for him by not having to worry about getting shot at.
You doing anything
That's
else,
my turn.
Gary?
That was my turn.
Okay. It is now up to Gil whether we're continuing an initiative.
Continue an initiative. Gil's just going to walk up to the guy to accept the surrender and then put the blaster against his forehead and shoot him.
Okay.
Like I said,
No survivors.
I didn't
No
want it.
witnesses.
I didn't want to make it dangerous for him.
I'm gonna once combat's done, I want to listen out to see if I can hear like troops coming or anything.
Okay. Combat is done. Gil has moved up as the guy checks his rifle up over the top of the counter and just drills one into his fucking skull.
I'm gonna search the Gungan real quick.
Well, they're okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
take that saber. And yeah, just I kind of want to loot and get out of here if that's okay.
Probably a no, but is there anything of value on these two that's still intact after the grenade explosion?
No, hang on. The pirate captain had his lightsaber. There was his pistol, which he discarded in the room. He has a short-range comlink, which you can add to your ever-growing collection. He had a credit shit with 1,000 credits on it, and he had a data pad in his possession as well. The data pad appears to be locked and encrypted.
Okay.
As for the
A
other
job
people,
for
the
me.
pirates have the usual shit. They have their vibro waxes and their pistols. The troopers had rifles, and I think they only. That actually wants to load. Here we go.
Last time we had troopers, they had
And the rifles, a single grenade each. Their belts with med packs and their armor.
last time they had utility belts each. If they have those, I want them.
Yep, they all got the utility belts with med packs. The officer has another one of those code cylinders, an encrypted comm link, his officer's uniform and armor, and a blaster pistol. And last but not least, your Twi'lek friend was carrying and also a locked encrypted data pad. He also had a encrypted comlink, and he was also carrying no weapons, but he was also carrying around 300 credits.
So that's
Motherfucker.
5 blaster rifles, 3 Vibaraxes,
Wow, those are all sucked.
and 4 blaster pistols. Correct?
Yep. Plus the lightsaber, the comlinks, the belts, and all
Okay.
that.
The grenades.
Just take all the weapons.
Yep.
Probably find ways to sell it.
Yeah, blaster
And the
rifles,
data
4,
pads.
4 blaster pistols. I'm just typing it all down. 5 utility, 5 blaster pistols, and Gil, you're getting the grenades, right? 5.
I'll take that saber too.
I'm holding on to the saber.
You are.
I need to try to do something.
Johnny 3 sabers.
No, I need to try and do something with it first, and then I can give it to you. Problem.
You're trying to find out which is the neater color.
No, I'm.
Two together. Does it work?
What? This is how I start to try and purify a saber, guys. How you get the white saber.
I'm pretty
That
sure
this kind of saber broadsword. Wait, no, hold on. It's just 3 sabers stapled together.
No, I want a Wolverine saber claw on one hand. Okay.
It's not a saber trident. Wait, it's just 3 sabers on a pole.
This is the guy from fucking Samurai Warriors who's got the 6 swords.
Right.
Lightsabers.
yeah.
And it was 3 Vibarax. All right, I wrote that down. I know we're over.
And
I'm trying to write
What
down
was the
quick.
money?
In total, 1,300.
1,300 each, or
1,300
Oh,
credits.
total.
1,300
We haven't given
Okay.
anything out yet. We're just
1,300
typing it down.
divided by 4. That is not or the right thing.
Blaster rifles 3.
325 each.
Was there 10k though?
Yeah.
Where's the 10K?
Yeah, where's the 10k, Zoe? We were promised 10k.
Yeah, maybe it's on one of these encoded data pads.
That's
You
a
gotta-
job for me.
You gotta uncode the Swiss bank account number that had the 10K.
While we're looting, I'm checking each stormtrooper to see if they're alive still.
Pirate Captain Datapad, and then
The people are all very well dead.
Imperial Commander Datapad, right?
No, the pirate had a data pad, and your Twi'lek friend had a data pad. Both the Twi'lek and the Imperial had encrypted comlinks.
I don't want to touch those. I don't feel like those are a good thing to bring aboard.
Encrypted comlinks?
Encrypted
Okay.
comlinks, yeah.
Can't they be traced or something?
Not any more than normal comlinks.
No more than normals.
Fair enough.
You can just if you can break the encryption, you can just change the frequency on them. It's not like you track people through comlinks
Okay.
unless they've been bugged.
I imagine we could
Which you
probably
can check
quickly
for.
build a Faraday cage to put them in.
All right. Assuming Gil is going to lower the front gates again at some point.
I'm gonna unlock the barrier.
The only thing I didn't write down was the grenades, because Gil always gets grenade. What did our little friend here have?
Yeah,
Only I needed.
you had a Vibarax.
Oh, okay. Vibra Saber, but fair enough.
Yeah, no, yeah. His it's a Vibarax in stats, but it's a Vibro Cutlet in
Okay.
style.
I'm just gonna write down 3 Vibaraxes. It's fine.
Yeah.
I suggest we get off this planet rather quickly.
Is there like a crowd forming outside the place yet?
Actually, no. The spaceport control is actually a little bit off the beaten path, so and it was early enough in the morning that not really anyone noticed the fight yet.
Give me that lightsaber for a second, Bly. I'll give it back to you.
Fine, I give you the lightsaber.
Carve no quarter for Imperials into the front of the Star Command.
You're gonna do what?
I carve no quarter for Imperials in the front of spaceport control,
Okay.
and then I hand it back to Bly.
Well, that's definitely gonna put a target on my back, but fair enough.
Why?
It's a random
Oh,
carving
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just a random quart. Yeah, fair enough.
message.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yep. We've done what we needed. Let's get the...
I suggest we not even stop to sell our goods. We can do that on another
do it on
world.
another planet.
Yeah.
Go back to your ship then.
I'll offload all the cargo into the cargo because all our spoils.
As I immediately take off the moment you all get into the ship.
Well, you missed a lot, R2.
Yeah.
Good news.
I heard.
There's no Twi'lek anymore.
There's no Twi'lek, and there's no more of that smug asshole. Turned out he was a Sith, R2.
What?
The Gungan.
I mean, that is technically an assumption you're making.
Yeah, fair enough. Could you
Well,
have a
you know,
red saber?
It's
Not
a
everyone
safe
with the red
assumption.
saber is a Sith.
I thought the whole point of the red sabers was it to be a Sith.
Dark side users tend to use them because synthetic crystals are usually red, and they like to use synthetic crystals because they're stronger than natural crystals.
Oh, okay. I
And
thought it
easier
meant.
to make.
I thought there was more of a. Okay, fair enough. I don't say that.
Okay.
Very weirdly uneducated Jedi.
I don't know why I'm here. I just know I need to kill anyone who has red.
Yeah.
If you're blaster red, I might need to kill you too.
You're red, you die.
I'm gonna.
Remind me not to use the red paint.
My white saber.
I'm a bull. Okay, I see red. I just go crazy.
Alright.
Wave that cape if you don't want the bull charging. Or whatever.
Yeah, whatever the stupid line was.
Grabbing the bull by the horns.
This cape charges back.
My
Whether we know why or not.
Destiny point had Ancient Lamentation playing behind it.
Apparently, the bit where she says "you spoke" in the original was dubbed over with her saying "you smell good" when they landed at the farm. We didn't
no,
change the line for some reason.
I'm gonna give the 1,000. I'm gonna give 1,000 credit chip to Gil because I trust him to give out money when needed, and I'm going to go to R2 before we end the session. R2, I got this off of the person that tried to enslave us. Think you could crack it? I hand him
Sure.
the data pad.
I am going to use my use computer check on both tablets, so that's 2 checks, right?
Yep.
Here's 1,
Decrypting
Here's-
when he's on his head.
2.
You can't decrypt what?
Better at decrypting when he's upside down. All the energy.
Yeah.
I just imagine
Okay.
it's like he's a breakdancing droid.
You do manage to decrypt both data pads.
Yay.
Which one do you want to look through first?
The first one.
The one
Imperial or
that
Orison?
The
Twi'lek or
Imperial.
pirate? Okay. The Twi'lek it didn't belong to the Imperial. It belonged to the Twi'lek and the pirate.
Okay,
Twi'lek and the pirate.
the Twi'lek.
The Twi'lek one indicates that this guy worked for ComSec.
I'm sorry, what?
He's Imperial Secret Police.
Oof.
That would explain why my previous paint job was a problem.
He seems to have a file about a missing droid they developed, matching your friend's original specifications and paint job.
What's it say about our friend here who's been really secretive?
Well, Red, if I recall correctly from your backstory, essentially it says that a rogue assassination droid just kind of went off one day, and they've been trying to track it down.
That's not entirely
Well,
true.
I would
but-
pipe up. Well, R2, that explains the fucking gun.
I mean, technically, R2 doesn't have to tell people. He's the one de-encrypting him. So,
Well, no.
I'm looking over his shoulder. Fuck off.
I can't
It's
prevent that.
it's a different role if he wants to be like, "Oops, the data's gone."
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, well, that's not entirely accurate.
All right.
Going
the
to
pirates.
elaborate to anybody, or are they just gonna just sit there and be like, "Okay, I guess that's a weird thing."
he got down a weird assassin droid.
I'm not going to further that information.
Okay.
Just, he saw that. The Jedi saw that information. I pipped in. It's like, well, that's not accurate.
I said that explains the gun, and then you said that's not accurate. And I'm
That's
like,
not entirely
okay.
accurate.
The
I hit.
Gungan data pad as well indicates that he appears to it appears to be a bit of a journal detailing his training in the Imperial Inquisition and subsequent defection from them at one point to become a pirate, and how he's been kind of occasionally doing jobs for the Imperials to keep him from just kind of bringing him back in.
This probably seemed like an odd question, but in my character's backstory, she did do some freelance work that occasionally happened to have Imperial backings, but does the term, like, Imperial Inquisitor mean anything to her?
They're Jedi hunters.
Okay, so that's about it.
Yeah.
No wonder he was hard to kill. He was a Jedi hunter.
Beyond that, everything in this datapad's news to you details trainings in dark side techniques and the various lightsaber forms and things like that.
We should give this to Bly, so that way he can
I
learn the lightsaber techniques.
I put it on the table for everyone and go, well, this has some interesting information. And I'm going to write a stealth check. I'm going to make a stealth check for what I'm about to do next on the other tablet still.
Okay.
Orson?
Yeah, 37. So if anyone wants to see this check right here and what I'm doing with the data pad,
I don't think I could see
good
it if I rolled a nat 20. So
I altered the data
Okay.
to read that it's not the assassin droid, but just a prototype droid.
Okay. As soon as you try and change the data pad visibly fizzles out and kind of like mildly self-destructs itself as sort of an anti-tamper measure.
With a 35 check?
Yeah,
Wow.
it was hardwired in.
Okay, well that solves that
R2.
problem.
You would have had to do a mechanics to identify it and then disable it before you could have even done the use computer.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah. So,
I go, well, I tried
You don't
to...
know what he did. You just saw that he was messing. You just see the data pad while he had
The
it.
weirdest thing is I already read what he is, so I know. It's just like right in
No,
front
that's the
of
rest
me.
of it.
Right in front of me.
So-
Did a stealth check in the data pad.
What Neo didn't see would have been the specific details of the program.
Yeah.
Which are now lost as this data pad is essentially now just a pile of scrap.
That's fine.
I let everyone else know. Well, I tried to access more information on this one, and there was a safety override on it.
Alright.
There's some way to detect when someone's lying.
Not an inorganic.
They're kind of have a flat effect.
Yeah, that's true.
You
Okay.
cannot use the force on robots.
All
No, not use the force. Like, never
You
mind.
can't,
Never
like,
mind.
No, but
you
you
can't
can
sense
still,
motive.
roll. I think it's just deception to sense motive.
Perception versus deception.
Yeah, perception versus deception.
Okay. Fucking mine.
we both know you're lying to your fucking servos.
Just whoops equals yes. I'm sorry, that's not how you normally talk, aren't you?
R2, you seem to be sweating somehow.
If that's worth, I trust you, R2. Just be careful with the Inquisitor datapad.
All right, I'm actually gonna take that one then and study it later on. What should I write it down as in my inventory?
I'd say Inquisitor datapad.
Yeah, you can write that as Pirate Captain Datapad or Gungan Datapad, Inquisitor Datapad, whichever.
Wizard data pad. Okay, got it.
As far as like mechanics wise, what it essentially has for like information and what it can do is it basically outlines everything you would actively need to trade someone in the talents and abilities of an Imperial Inquisitor
Okay,
or just a general dark side adept.
fair enough.
There's some cross reference you can make there, but that would be sort of a case by case. You'd have to delve into it and see if you can glean anything not dark side related from it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't think reading it would make him evil.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, this isn't like you're reading forbidden knowledge of the Elder Gods.
It might be tempting for him to try it out, but
Yeah.
as long as it doesn't actively do anything that's in the data pad, it's just information.
Well, that was fun.
We solved the problem and probably create another one.
You have now officially closed all the loops. You have a free open galaxy ahead of you. No more loose ends from your previous adventures.
And I have a different coat of paint. So they're going to be less likely to try to find me.
Yeah.
Because that was kind of the whole purpose, was to being having it be an R2 unit means I can blend in easily.
So I'd say that closes the prologue chapter of your adventures,
Yay.
so to speak.